Representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link. Word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. It is fight night, y'all. It's fight night, y'all. But before we get to fight night, we're going to get to this live and we're going to build on this boxing. We're going to have some fun like we always do. We're going to talk a little bit of trash, you know, but we're going to make sure we get boxing as just do, how we always do, man. How y'all feeling? Shout out to the fan, man. Shout out to everybody that continues to rock out with your boy and pull up and build on this boxing, man, because we're going to have some fun doing it. We're going to have some fun. For sure that. Double tap the screen. Sub to the channel, man. Let's get the likes up. We're going to build. We're going to talk about it for a little bit, man. I had to try to squeeze this live in, man, because seeing a few of the family sent me the, you know, we've been reacting to the Exodus file. Shout out to them. You know, it's never personal. It's boxing content, right? But they had put out a whole damn near hour-long video, you know, talking about Terence Crawford and, you know, basically calling him a cheater and, you know, the narratives go crazy because the fight is here now. So y'all might as well get y'all excuses prepared because I'm already, I already got my bucket sat to the side for my tears if it go left tonight. If it go left, man, it's going to get crazy, but we're going to still have some fun. This is what boxing is. It's entertainment. This shit's supposed to be fun. We supposed to build. When you come over here, your opinion is respected as long as you come with respect. And we're going to have fun like we always do. We ain't crying about boxing and none of that. We just building on it and having fun talking. You dig? So let me say what's up to the fan, and we're going to get to a look, man. Let's get the likes up. Double tap the screen for your boys. Free. Take that booger picker that you got right there. Yeah, the one that you be, you know, picking the bugs with when nobody looking. Yeah, take that finger and double tap on the screen one time. Bang, bang. You dig? Zoom verse, my bro. What's good with it, family? How you feeling? What's good? Shout out to CJ, my guy. What's good with it? Blunt Sports and my guy. What's good, Blunt? How you feeling? It's fight night. Dante's Boxing Talk. How you feeling, bro? God's self is in the building. Greg, what's good with it? He said, something tells me this fight is done. It could be. Athletic Mind, my dog. Sports predictions in the building. Kyle Cooley, bless his family. He said, shout out to all the sellouts out there. You know we gonna have to talk about it. Got to, and it's crazy because y'all think I'll be playing. As far as the Exodus Files thing, a few people sent me that. And it was almost like back to back. They sent me that. So y'all know when y'all see stuff that y'all want me to react to, videos and stuff, send them to me and we'll react to them. We're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some fun with it. But today we had to talk about, you know, Teofimo and you know, Core Stevenson meeting face to face, you know. Hey, look, I know Teo low-key trying to steal my quote, make boxing great again. I really got that on my t-shirt. So y'all know, shout out to everybody that got a shirt. Y'all already know it's on my t-shirt, man. So we going to keep building. Y'all know how we do, but we got to talk about this fight because, look, fights like this will make boxing great again. That's the only place where I think I agree immediately right off the bat with Teo. If they could make Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez at 140 for Teofimo's WBO title and Ring Magazine belt, that'll be dope. It's all about being great, chasing greatness, you know, making history, accomplishing things, piling up them accolades. And look, Shakur's been on that. He already a 3-division champion, a former unified champion, right? He know what it's like to be accomplished and to succeed at the highest level. You know, Teofimo as well. He was a 3-belt champion at 135. And now he's a WBO and a Ring Magazine champion at 140. So he's no stranger to success and accomplishments and you know, winning at the highest level and impressing, right? Proving people wrong when the odds are stacked up against you. All of those things, right? Teofimo, look, he even took a loss, so he know how to lose and bounce back. So it's a lot to really like about this fight. And as a fight fan, I truly embrace it, you know, not just because Core's from Jersey or nothing like that. This is the epitome of the best fight and the best. People might not like Teofimo, the personality that he displays, right, on a regular basis. But at the end of the day, I think we all could agree that he's a pretty damn good fighter, especially focused, right? He's at the top of his game. It's not a lot of guys that, you know, is going to go in there and beat him, right? That's something that at least we feel like he's shown us through his career. So he's taking challenges. He got solid resume. Like, think about it. I understand why he talk about Loma so much because, you know, that was a crazy fight. It was a crazy opportunity for him to challenge Loma at the time in which he challenged him. It was impressive, right? It was something that, you know, nobody was beating down his door trying to fight him, you know what I mean? Outside of Core once, you know how that go. But other than that, you know, wasn't nobody actively pursuing Lomachenko the way, you know, Teo was on his helmet. And when they made that fight, it was an in-house fight, so it was easy to put together. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko, he went out there and didn't throw his hands for damn near half the fight. So he put himself behind the 8 ball. When he finally started working, it was too late. So Teo got a win over him. He got big win. He beat up Josh Taylor. Get what I'm saying? Just beat the undefeated Arnold Barboza, right? He got good wins. You know what I mean? Beat Nakatani, Richard Comey. Like, he got solid wins and names on the resume. So with all that being said, though, Shakur be the most accomplished guy to date outside of Loma that you know what I'm saying, he would have fought. And if he's able to pull off a win over him, I mean, sky's the limit. That would speak volumes for Teofimo. You get what I'm saying? It's not something that everybody think he can do, right? It is every poll that I've seen thus far asking about who would win, they all favor Shakur heavily. Every poll. Now, that doesn't mean that he's gonna go out there and win just because of what the polls say, but the consensus is that Shakur Stevenson stylistically is a bad matchup for Teofimo. And I think that's why he hesitates on pulling the trigger to take fights like this, right? Just not a favorable style matchup, right? Shakur does the things that Teofimo don't like. Boxing, he can move really well and be a moving target and just be all around hard to hit. He's not the easiest guy to hit, but Teofimo, in my opinion, y'all, will be the most athletic guy that Shakur would probably have shared the ring with at this point in his career. Teofimo has a lot of athleticism on the side. The kid has speed, he's quick, got good reflexes, timing. He got some things on his side for sure. Got a solid jab when he's using it, right? Teofimo throws really good body shots. I know that's something that he would try to implement against Shakur because he will definitely, want to try to slow him down or take the air up out his tires. Because I think Shakur would know to box this dude and be smart. And I think he'll stand in there and mix it up at times too. Because I don't think Teo's no crazy devastating puncher. But at the same token, don't be sleep. Don't go to sleep because the man still can crack. The 8-ounce gloves hurt when anybody get to hitting you. And all it takes is the right shot. And Teofimo got the speed and the athleticism. And, I think he's brave enough to try to go for it. Like, regardless of how you think about him outside the ring, once that fight is signed and he's inside the square circle, it's up from there. That man going to fight. It ain't going to be no hole in his blood, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see the way he carried and the way he moved when it comes to putting these fights together. But if this one gets over the hump, if they can sign on the dotted line and get this fight together, yeah, man, he gonna go out there and make this a fight for sure. It's gonna be an interesting fight, and this would be a really good challenge for Shakur, name-wise, accolade-wise, accomplishment-wise, right? This would be good. This would be a really good name, the best name on your resume to date, right? And it'll be a fight where nobody can try to say nothing because y'all know me, I'm just due. So I'm all about seeing people get their just due. This would make people really have to shut up about Shakur. He go out here, move to 140, dethrone Teofimo, take his belts. And that should be crazy. Just imagine it, though. He take his belts and dip on them, dip back down to 35. Telling you, man, that's why you got to love boxing, man. Damon, what's good, homie? Boys be crying. What's good? Say Teal say he can't wait to F up Shakur. Yeah, we can't wait to see him try. Yeah, man. The like button gotta be down today. The way y'all not hitting it, man, it's free. Y'all double tap the screen, hit the dislike button if you really hate the content. But I know we ain't haters like that in here, right? Got over 70 people in the building. Let's hit the like button, y'all, and talk to me how y'all feeling about today. It's fight night, man. Let's get the energy in the air. Your boy working double time today. We gonna have this live. We gonna build. And we're going to talk about, we're going to get to these fights as well. But we got to get through this stuff because we got to talk about it, man. They were face-to-face. Y'all know I got the video on my hat. I got to play the video with them being face-to-face because, look, he signed that contract. His ass is grass. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, it'll be a competitive fight, no doubt, because Teo can go. That man can go. And he's shown the ability to raise his level when he's in there with the right kind of guy. And Shakur would be that right kind of guy. I think he would try to cross every T, dot every I on his side, right? He gonna work. You get what I'm saying? He gonna try to win. The challenge is getting the contract signed for Teo. Seriously, like getting that contract signed. If you can get him in the ring, then the rest is cool, it's smooth from there, right? That the history tells us that. So. But I think the difference between Shakur and any other guy that he's faced is that's really a masterclass boxer, I believe. Elite level boxer, very skillful. IQ is as high as they come. You get what I'm saying? Defensively responsible as they come. Hard to hit. Very, very intelligent in the ring. You get what I'm saying? Accomplished, confident. You get what I'm saying? Believe in himself. Ain't no... Core, the one thing I appreciate about his game is he don't second guess himself. He in there, he go. He be on go. You know what I'm saying? Any man that's gonna get in the ring with his hand injured, knowing that he ain't 100%, being sick, knowing he ain't 100%, and fighting a guy that could knock your head off, that speaks volumes, right? So, him being healthy, 2 healthy hands, full training camp. Man, the sky's the limit, man. This kid really, I think, fights like this will continue to solidify Shakur as being one of the absolute best fighters in the world. The only, you know, guess resistance people can put up when that's being said, when people make that statement, is the competition or the people that he fought, right? People need to see those names, and Teofimo is a step in that direction, a great step in that direction, to have a fight like he did against William Zepeda. And then if he were to follow that up, jumping up to 140 and challenging Teofimo, look, win, lose, or draw, I respect it, and it's a great fight, because let's not act like Teo can't figure shit out too. Now, he got some shit about him, you know what I'm saying? But we all know he's better being a counter puncher, and when guys are coming to him, right? But when he's in command and he's applying the pressure and he got to go get you, you've seen inconsistencies in his approach and execution. You've seen it time and time again, especially when he got to go get his man to be on that front foot. You get what I'm saying? When he got to turn into like the pressure fighter and go get you, it's usually not the best showing for him. We've seen it consistently. We've seen it with Sandor Martin. Like, think about it, y'all. Sandor Martin put him on the ground twice. And he ain't no crazy big puncher. That's why I tell people it's not about, you know, punching power solely, man. It's timing, positioning. Like, you get what I'm saying? Accuracy, punch placement, catching somebody with a shot that they're not prepared for. All of those things, you know, contribute to knocking somebody down. And you've seen it. It wasn't like Teo was hurt the times he got knocked down, but it was balance, timing, and different things like that, and the right punch at the right time. So he's shown the ability to get caught and be knocked down, you know what I'm saying, by multiple guys. Shit, he got knocked down in his pro debut, I believe, in like the first round. So, you know, Cambosis knocked him down. He no crazy big puncher. So that chin has been tested. Teo's battle tested. Like I said, he know how to lose and come back. That's something Shakur never had to deal with as a professional. So he do have that in his back pocket, right? Maybe when things get tough, he don't curl out and tap in, tap out. Yeah, Damon, we own it, bro. We trying, man. We trying. Christopher says Shakur hands are good to go. You might have a bit more pop at 140, and I wouldn't be surprised if you drop Teo. True 50-50 fight, though. Hey, Christopher, I'm with you. True 50-50. And yeah, to your point, Zepeda even said the same thing. He's an actual boxer. He said if he ain't had hand issues, he think he'd have even more pop. But I think the hand issues were a little bit overstated, right? This is something he's gonna have to deal with. But as long as he's maintaining them, right? That's all you gotta do, just maintain the injuries and, rest your hands, the treatment and different things like that. Make sure you always ready to go, because them your money makers. And as long as he's healthy as can be coming into a fight, he got just as good a chance as any to beat anybody he step in there with. You know what I mean? His eyes are always good. The man can fight. Stressed out boxing. My dog was good with it, bro. T Hill in the building. Was good, family. I mean, listen, you wouldn't have thought, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have thought Cambosis was dropping Teo. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have thought that. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have thought Sandor Martin would have dropped Teo twice, but got credit for one. So we could say that, but you say it like it's etched in stone. It don't take that much to knock somebody down, bro. Like, anybody could be knocked down, including Shakur. Knocked out as well, including Shakur. Teo land the right shot at the right time, bro. You can get Shakur out of there too and drop him or hurt him. But I feel like it's less than likely to happen if there was somebody to be dropped. Well, I would obviously lean towards the person that I've seen be dropped at least, I want to say 3 to 4 times in his career, versus the guy that, you never seen even come close to really getting dropped, be being honest. So I don't know, man. Anything can happen in a fight, though. And I mean anything on both sides. Shit, Teo got more of the punching power, right? So he definitely can catch Core with his shot, but he gonna have to work for that. That's a scalp he'd truly have to work for. Shout out to the mayor, T Hill, man. Yeah, y'all double tap that screen, man. Let's hit the like button, man. We building, we doing double duty. We're gonna try to call the fights as well. We're gonna have some fun tonight. It's fight night, baby. Fight night, baby. Fight night, baby. Teo takes more chances. No chances. I don't know what you're saying, T. And I'm sure that I'm almost certain of. I feel you, T. Hill. Yeah, I don't see it either. He ain't been stopping those lesser guys, and not just as anything still can happen in a fight, but just the way he's been handling these lesser guys, I don't see You know, I think Core is very smart. It's not easy to hit at all. We all know that. I mean, the numbers show it consistently through his career. It's a reason that he has the highest plus-minus ratio in boxing actively right now. It's a reason for that, you know, and I think Teo will have a lot to deal with. You know, Shakur can box on the back foot. His check hook is money. That left check hook is money. If y'all seen some of the shots that Teo got hit with or get hit with in his career, them check left hooks is like an Achilles heel almost to him. Shout out to CJ. Anyone else watching Cracker vs. Patty Card in the zone? Probably so, but I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. I do. Shout out to CJ, man. But let's keep going, man. We're going to keep building, bro. We're going to pull this up. Let's pull this video up. Let's pull the video up, y'all. We're going to pull this video up. We're going to read to it. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We on our way. We trying to hit 100,000, y'all. You want to be on? You want to? Let's get Jusdueboxing a plaque, man. A real one. Y'all got a real one. Trust me. If this your first time over here, the algorithm put you here for a reason. Trust me. Trust me. Just tap in and you gonna be all right. You know what I mean? We gonna build on this boxing. Have some fun talking this talk. You feel me? Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, man. Shout out to CJ. Let's talk fashion, my dog. What's good with it, bro? Remo was in the building. Did peep Devin and Ryan face off? Yes, sir. Oh, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, Christopher. I'm on all of it. I'm on all of it, bro. You trust me. You're in the right spot. We're going to get to all of it. I just wanted to get to this PO and core stuff because, look, I think, you know, this is the direction boxing need to go in terms of, like, making great fights. When guys want to fight each other, when they ready and willing to put their records, resumes, and everything on the line, you know, the powers that be need to get behind it and just, you know, put these fights together for the people, man. You know, it's a risky fight for Corey. He never fought at 140. You know what I'm saying? Teo is one of the top guys at 140. So that'd be a real ass fight for him. It's a real challenge and a real fight that I really respect the youngin for even taking. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Shout out to Remo, man. Let's talk fashion, aka Mr. Rich Threads, my. Shout out to the ring, man.
Is you and Teofimo Lopez. There's been a lot made, Mike Coppinger, of when and where this will take place.
Look, there's definitely talks about it. There's a lot of hope that we're going to see this fight. Two of the best fighters in the sport.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want to set it up.
Top guys.
We want to set it up.
No, hold on. Shady,
Long as y'all don't fight. Long as y'all don't fight.
No. Shady, stay between.
All right. The fight coming soon. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You hear youngin? Yeah. Know what I'm saying? He ain't messing up his bag. He ain't going to swing on TL. Why y'all doing that? He only want to beat him up in the ring. It ain't nothing personal. He already said it. He just want that Ring magazine and that WBO title at 140. That's all. Then after that, y'all could have it. He gonna relinquish it and go back to 35 kicking ass. We all should want to see this, bro. All of us. Shout out to my homie Z. How you feeling, bro? The way boxing gonna seem like guys is ready, just mix it up, right? And the youngest should be prioritize belts. Talk to them. The established ones don't have to prioritize the belts as much. Let the youngins get them belts, and these guys really need to go after the fights. You know what I mean? And if it so happened that name has the title, then that's an icing on the cake. But fights like this need to be made, bro. Really.
So
shout out to both of them if they make
Teo,
this
let me
fight.
ask you this.
Shout out to both of them if they make this fight.
Okay, all right, okay.
So Shakur Stevenson's never lost. He's a silver medalist in the Olympics because he's a kid fighting a very experienced guy. I mean, that's what happens when you go up against the Cubans in the Olympics. Teofimo Lopez was undefeated, beat Lomachenko when Lomachenko was the king of the universe.
Who did that?
Was upset.
Mind you, he beat a Lomachenko that when he had an opportunity to fight Shakur, he said no. I just want to let the record reflect that one of his biggest flexes, one of his biggest names, or his best one on his resume is a guy in Vasyl Lomachenko that was a great talent, but never wanted nothing to do with that bad boy from Brick City. I just want the record to reflect that. When it was time for him to fight Shakur for the title, and at the time it would have been his highest payday, they was reporting. He said, nah, I'm cool, and went and fought Kambosos. Just want everybody to know that.
Kambosos had a medical issue, but came back, didn't do quite enough, lost. Everyone wrote him off. beats Josh Taylor. He is a two-time, two-weight division champion, Ring Magazine champion. There haven't been that many of those in boxing history. Teo, why is it you? Like, no big name will fight him. Zepeda is not a name like you. Why is it you that looks like you're on your way to accepting that challenge?
Well, first off, got to thank God for just being here, most importantly. But nevertheless, I look at it like this, in order for...
Hey, talk about it, Kyle. Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? They paying attention, bro. They knowing. They thought he was going to be finished at the top rank. He should have took that deal. Nope. I mean, blessings on boxing and blessings to everybody that's in the chat rocking out with me today as we build, and we're going to call them fights too. Teach was good. So look, double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on because we're going to cook for the rest of the day, man. We here. We
people
building and we
and
here,
make
y'all.
boxing great again, you got to fight the best, correct? So if
Hey,
he's the best at 35, he's willing to come up to my weight division at 140. We lace it up, we make it happen, and we know at the end of it, I think we've known this since we were signed to Top Rank in our career. I think that we both understand that the winner of this is the leader of the new school, leader of the new generation. The old is out.
Yeah, I think so. Leader of the new school. I tell you what, Cora be really standing on business, man. I don't know about the leader of the new school and all that. He a leader in his own right. I think this would be a highly respected move. And if the winner of this fight, I think will really start to separate themselves from the rest of the guys, man. This is something that I got a lot of respect for if they can get this fight over the hump. Shakur is all systems go. He don't got nobody on his side stopping the fight, getting in the way. It ain't no money issues, none of that. It's Turkey involved. The money is going to be there. We already know that. Let's see if Teofimo just stays consistent and don't find a way to get in his own way, because that's what he do, man. You know what I mean? Yes, man. Make boxing great again. Shout out to Devin.
And to me, it's like Tank and you were the fight at 35.
I knew what you're saying.
Tank has had plenty of time to take that fight. He does not seem interested. This dude is the dude stepping up, even if you have to go up in weight class. Shakur, you have never fought anyone like him because the elite athletic fighters have not gotten in with you. He is an elite athletic fighter and a legit two-division world champion. What do you expect in a fight against a guy like that?
Like he said, Teo's the truth. I'm the truth. We came up in the amateurs together. We used to win every tournament together. I don't see nobody beating me, and I can't wait to make the fight happen.
Teo?
Yeah, what happened?
Same thing. You've never fought anyone like Shakur Stevenson. Like,
Talk about it.
Lomachenko was amazing, but his defense at that point was not Shakur Stevenson. He's not the same age. He doesn't have the same length. What are you thinking about that challenge?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think that it's just different when you're in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? I think after years of doing this, there's always room for improvement, and that's what I focus on most importantly. This is a man that is well known with patterns, well known with his defense. He's focused on that. Sometimes the best defense creates that better offense, so to speak. So, it'll be great to see what I could do with a guy like Shakur Stevenson. They call him Sugar. So let's see how I can make it sweet.
I told y'all, man, stop trying to give my boy a nickname. He don't like that sugar shit. That ain't for him, man. I think his name should be Smoke. I'm telling you, Shakur Smoke Stevenson. It's simple, man, because he with it. He with all the smoke. Don't overthink it. Smoke Stevenson, man. What y'all think, man? Shakur Smoke Stevenson, because he with it. I'm telling you, if this fight don't happen, it ain't going to be for him. Yeah, they need to keep it on it. This one need to be where we can see it as because I'm telling you, this a can't miss. I have to go to this one. You get me? Y'all double tap that screen, man. Let's get the likes all the way up, y'all. If you're in here, the like button is free. Take the booger picker and doo-doo-doo. You know what I mean? And let's keep rocking, man.
See if I can make it sweet.
Talk to me. Fight night. Let's have some
What
fun.
happened? I thought it was Shakur Stevenson.
No, it ain't no
Ain't
sugar
none of that
Shakur,
happening.
bro.
Ain't none of
All right,
that
trying to
happening.
get my man nicknames.
Sugar, I will say this, though. For so many years, when it was the Tank, it was Shakur, it was Devin, it was Teofimo, Ryan. And I was like, out of these two dudes, I always thought that Shakur was probably the most talented out the group. But I always thought that Teo was the most complete. Now, you had...
They wrote him off in the 4 Kings. He should have been on that list. True. You know what I'm saying? We should have, instead of having 4 Kings, it could have been like the 5 or something.
I actually think that you were the most physically talented, gifted athletically, but you were the most schooled defensively.
Yo, he was, what was it,
Not just
two-time Olympic?
defensively.
Yeah, and
two-time
and
Junior
very
Olympic
fast
world
IQ.
champion?
Yep.
See, y'all talking all this physical shit, man. Most complete my ass, man. Core just showed you it. What is it? See, the thing is, you got to tell me what it is he can't do. You know what I mean? All that power, knockout shit, that's cool. He's a pure boxer. But what is it from a boxing standpoint, X's and O's that he can't do? Get what I'm saying? It ain't too many things that he can't do at a high level, man. So I know Tio, because he had that damn, that fight-changing power, it looked like at 135. But it don't seem like that at 140. Now, I still feel like he can punch. But I just don't feel like he got that fight-changing power the way he did at 35. Like, when he crack you, he could really end it like he did Comey. Like, he don't have that type of explosiveness at 140. So this fight would be really interesting because of that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he still can crack, but he's very athletic and has really good speed, too. So that'll be fun to see how Shakur would adjust or adapt to him. I think ultimately, though, Shakur makes Tio have to adjust to him. And that'll cause the issues right there. The pure boxer versus the guy that's like a boxer puncher, but ain't really sleeping shit at the weight class he at. And if you got to go get cores, he's not going to have a good night, in my opinion. Tio won't.
You a two-time Olympic junior,
Olympic
world champion, gold medalist twice, right? And then a silver medalist in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. So we know each other very well. It's come to that point now.
Let's say that again.
You know what I'm saying? So let's make that happen. Let's get it cracked. Right? And then a silver medalist in 2016. I mean, 4 Kings, it could have been like the 5 or something.
I actually think that you were the most physically talented, gifted athletically, but you were the most schooled defensively.
Yo, he was, what was it, two-time Olympic?
Yeah, and
two-time Junior Olympic world champion?
Yep.
Was you a two-time Olympic junior? Yeah, see, Junior Olympic world champion, gold medalist twice. Right? And then a silver medalist in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. So we know each other very well. It's come to that point now. He's from Brick City. I'm from the concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? So let's make that happen. Let's get it cracking.
And it seems like both.
So where we fighting?
Tio, keep repping the city, bro. The city does not embrace you, Tio. They do not embrace you, G. They do not embrace Tio at all. I don't know why, but they don't. So they don't use Boost as well for client. He'll fight his mentor in January. Watch. Yeah, Damon, I hate saying he's from Miami.
Yo, actually, let's ask everybody, where would you like to see us two fight? You call that right there, and it'll be live on Netflix. Cross our fingers, right? Let's make that happen. What you say?
Cross our fingers. Core life.
Let's go, champ. You trying to be 3 weight?
Madison Square Garden? Might as well do it. Might as well do it at the Garden.
I'm already 3 weight.
26?
I'm already 3 weight.
3 weight?
I'm gonna be 4 weight.
Okay.
4 weight.
4 division champion.
I'm going to be 4 weight.
You can try. Sure.
4 division champion core after this, man. I'm telling you.
You guys are both coming off tremendous performances. Tio, people were picking Barbosa over you. Some of them were. They were saying
crazy
it was gonna be a tough fight. And you, one going.
Yo, you know it's crazy. Sorry to cut you up. You said that I was cheering against you when you fought Barbosa.
Talking.
No, you mistake me. You mistake me for Bud.
But
I was cheering for you, bro. I was cheering for you.
You were?
Yeah, for sure.
I bet.
I wanted you to win so I could be the person who beat you.
What's the issue between you
and Sure.
I'll give you your first horse.
No, you're not.
You thought it was all good. Core was like, nah, I was cheering for you because I want to be the one to beat you. Yeah, don't nobody beat Tio at 140. So I could come from 135, jump from the top rope, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, and dethrone him. Take his belts. That shit gonna sting, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I promise you not.
All right,
He's gonna have to have one of the best. He's gonna have to have the best fight of his life if he fights Shakur, in my opinion. And Shakur gonna have to have an off night. To me, I feel like this might be crazy, but I feel like nobody that let George Kambosos beat him the way he got beat, and then did like that by Sandor Martin, who's a damn good boxer in his own right. Shakur is, I think, levels above Sandor Martin, respectfully, in terms of IQ and just all around knowledge of the game. So if Sandor was able to do that and make you look like that, I think Shakur would be able to duplicate that just in his own way and have you struggling out there. I don't think it'll be a good night. Style-wise.
Tio, what you mean? How do you mean?
I'm being too nice.
Well, we ain't trying to
hold on, guys. Cop wants to ask you a question, but let me just say one thing real quick. When two guys who know each other well, through the amateurs who kind of friends off, you know, like even if they're not friends, but they know each other like that, one of two things always happens. Okay. Either it's a sparring session or it's brutal. It's very little in between. This ain't going to be no sparring
session. This is not going to be no sparring session.
What's it going to be?
He's coming to win. I'm coming to win. I guarantee you that.
I'm coming to conquer.
You're not conquering shit.
Tell us.
Conquer.
You're not conquering shit.
What is the issue between you and Bud Crawford?
We don't want to hear that. We here for this.
Shout out to Plug Cap. Look, you don't gotta disagree to state your opinion. You know what I mean? Because I don't disagree with that. I don't know what you disagreeing with, but yeah, I think they all need to fight each other to prove the level of greatness that they are. But I think this is a step in the right direction. I think these two fighting each other it exemplifies making boxing great again, right? It plays right into that narrative, and that's a good narrative. So yeah, man, this would be a really good win. This would separate him to a degree, start separating him from the other guys. And the same thing for Teo if he was to be able to get this win. So on either side, it's a really good win for either guy. You know what I'm saying? And Shakur to be truly impressive because he's jumping up the weight class to go do it. So it's just one of those things where you like to see it. I feel like the 5-pound weight difference shouldn't play a deciding factor at all. And I think it should come down to skills and the best man winning. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, for them to all truly be that great, they're going to need to fight each other. But if you can't get all of them in the ring, you get as many as you can, right? You get as many of those quality guys when the opportunity presents itself and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a great fight for boxing.
So how's this fight go, though? Y'all know each other so well.
Blade, what it do, homie?
Wait, hold on. Before we get to all that, I forget about you and Bud Crawford. What's up with you and Cop?
Man,
What's up? What was that? I saw that interview.
Cop be tripping. He been hating on me for too long. I don't respect the hate that he's been giving me.
What kind of hate? Tell me the hate.
When you go on Twitter and you try to bash a fighter's name over and over
How did I do that? Please tell me.
Several times, bro.
What did I say?
You said, "Oh, fans." No, you trying to trick me into that. I ain't about to play with you.
No, but Shakur, in other words,
you gotta stop hating on me though, bro. Real talk.
There's no hate.
I already told you what it was, bro.
There's no hate. You got all the credit in the world, and you said it.
No, you still didn't want to give me my credit. When you was commentating, bro, what was you doing?
David Workman was good with it. Said Canelo wins. Man, you might be right, bro. This is a channel. I ain't gonna tell you crazy for saying that. I'm rooting for Crawford. You know what I mean? Everybody that been listening to me understand why I've been rooting for him and building on it, but yeah, man, he got a dangerous fight. I think it's going to be the toughest fight of his career by far. And I think he got the tools to be able to pull it off. Let's see if he wins. If not, Canelo gets all his credit tonight. And I'm going to still rock with Bud, win, lose, or draw.
Pay this, pay this, that. Bro, he was losing.
Hey, would it be better if I
go to Peter and Mike Jones?
While you in the ring.
Mike?
Facts.
I agree with you.
I agree, but he's bad on the mic.
I will tell you one thing.
I'm better on the mic than
Hey, Shakur, Shakur, this is my dude. I will tell you one thing.
I'm better on the mic.
I will tell. He will only tell you what he really believes. So you don't have to worry about fake stuff from him.
I think it's fake.
He might say it in a way that's like, come on, man, but he will actually believe the stuff he says, you know? So at least you got that.
So look, after I beat Teo, we could do a sparring match with me and Mike.
No.
I use one hand and tie one behind my back.
You stick to that.
Challenging Mike Carpenter to his sparring match is diabolical on TV. Core crazy. Core said, and he's standing right next to Teo. Yo, after I beat Teo, me and you do a sparring match. He just standing right next to that man like, yo, after I beat him, what's up, man? You want this sparring match or what, man? Core, get his ass, Core. Get him, Core. Shout out to everybody in the building. Look, man, let's get the likes up. If you new, say what's up to your boy. Double tap that screen. We're going to be calling these fights too, so we're going to have fun tonight, man. Y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, turn them notifications on. If you want to go further, Super Chat, Cash App, let's build, man. Shakur and Cop going to be homies by Christmas. After he punch him in his stomach. He want Cop head on the platter.
Clip that too. Gotta give you that.
You said what?
If you beat Teo,
yeah,
only thing he can do is give you your respect.
Hey, look, no, all jokes aside, I give you a lot of credit because we said that sometimes, you beat these guys going away, but they're not the most exciting fights. That fight with Zepeda was incredibly exciting. You let him come to you. You were rolling the punches.
He wants to see you get
showed
punched.
your class.
Yeah.
You showed your defense, but you showed your heart, too.
I'm going to beat Teo and you in the same night.
Make sure you guys clip this.
Shakur, do you believe, Shakur, let's get back to the fight here.
Really clip this, though, bro.
Hey, you might make me a rich man if that happens.
Shakur, let's get back to you two, okay? Yeah. Because that already is exciting me as the next fight I really want to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Tank's not going to take you, that's the fight right there.
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge that I think this is easily your biggest professional challenge, yes or no?
For sure. I know what I'm dealing with. I've been around Teo. Teo is a man that stays prepared. He may talk a lot of goofy clown stuff, but But he's training every day. When we was in the locker room, the man was in the back doing push-ups.
Yeah.
So you got to give him his respect as a fighter.
Fast hands
and you heard what he said. Listen closely. As a fighter, you got to give him his respect. And that's the thing about Shakur. This is why I wouldn't mind seeing this challenge for him, because he's up for it. He know what he up against. You hear what he's saying? He watching him. He ain't fooled by the antics. He not going to be rocked to sleep. You're not going to do a bunch of outside the ring stuff and get him to think, oh, Teo trash. Go ahead and think that if you want to, and then go in there and get beat up. You get what I'm saying? Core, like, nah, bro, I pay attention to you. Like, he's studying him. Like, look, you back here doing push-ups when you could just be chilling. Dude always training. If you think about it, you look at Teo, he always in some type of shape too. Don't be fooled by the trash talk or the all-putting personality or whatever, the dry humor. Don't be fooled by the, reading books upside down and stuff like that. Don't be fooled by none of that. That man can fight. And Shakur understands that. He know he talented. He know what he up against. And I feel like whenever you're honest with yourself and you know what challenge presents itself in front of you, you can prepare for that challenge. When you go in the ring, you're going to train accordingly for that challenge. You're not going to overlook this guy and you get what I'm saying? Sleep on him. You're not going to be, you know what I mean? You're not going to take your eye off the ball. You're not going to be tricked out of your position. You know damn well Teofimo Lopez can fight. And anybody saying anything different is just being weird. You could say you don't like him. That man can fight. He's not no basic fighter. He's not a simple fighter. He's not an easy guy to beat. If he was, he'd have more than one loss. You get what I'm saying? And even that, we all know that Kambosos would have fought him in a rematch. He wouldn't have won it, right? So Teo can go, man. He talk a lot of BS and fluff, but he's more substance in the ring than BS, I believe. Shakur over the measure, his distance already. He ain't slick. Yo, that's why he said, come over here. He told him to come over here. J.A. Dixon, my God. What's good, Jay? How you feeling, family? Yes, it is fight night. Crawford wins the first 4 rounds. Then Canelo starts breaking him down. Canelo wins by knockout. Mark my words. Shout out to David. Look, if he allowed Bud to win the first 4 rounds, yo, he gonna be in a difficult situation. I'm telling you, because Bud ain't the type of guy that you want to allow to have that kind of success. If you do, it could go bad for you. But we're going to see, David. We here for it, bro. We build it.
Power.
Right? So
once I beat him, I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
And see, one thing, though, is you were talking about going to 47 to fight Haney or Boots Ennis. I mean, Boots Ennis at 47, and you wanted that smoke.
Yeah, I sure did. Absolutely. I think that a guy like Boots Ennis, he comes from Philly. He's my whole thing is about the ring, as well. When you get that leño, you become that guy. You beat the man that was the man. I've done that twice. I was aiming for 3.
The thing about Teo, I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah, I just don't think he was willing to do that much, though, man. Like, it's easy to say it, and it's unfortunate that boxing works this way because they like, well, Boots didn't take his challenge. He was did it. It's like, I don't know, bro, because it's like you got to think about the rest of your career after that. When you go up to 47 and you go lose, because I think he would have lost the Boots, and it would have been ugly, I think. And then what do? Just go right back down to 140, right? It's like at that point you might be playing with yourself. You already ain't the smallest 40-pounder, right? I ain't saying you big, but you just that seemed very risky. Because think about it, he also wanted us to believe that he was willing to go to 54 and fight Crawford up there. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it was too much. You was calling out 3 people from 3 different weight classes. Tank at 135. You get what I'm saying? Boots at 47 at the time. And Terence Crawford at 54. That's way too much for me. You should have honed in, like, on one guy. Like, and it made it more sound more realistic instead of just throwing 3. Like, because that's far-fetched, bro. Tank is at 35. You're not going down there. So why even say, you want to fight? Why do that? Then it's Boots. Then it's Crawford. And to me, you were just using hot names. Boots' name is hot. See the way he been winning. Crawford, after the Spence thing, name been buzzing and looked at differently. He about to be in the biggest fight. They was connecting his name to Canelo. We knew what he was doing. And Tank name, we all know what's up with that. So, yeah, it just looked like real clout moves. I ain't going to lie. Y'all double tap that screen, sub to the channel.
Against a normal fighter, is a very good fighter. Against an excellent fighter, he becomes a great fighter. So you hear like Boots Ennis, why would you give up all that size and reach? Because he's the type of dude where he would have his best performance. Whether or not that's enough to win, we'd have to see.
But you got to also think
he would
about
have his best performance.
That's true.
He used to fight at the 23 500 arena in Philly, and I'm talking about boot tennis. And most of them, I'll say about 94% of it was club shows. So
94, you're precise with that, brother.
Yeah, he hasn't been exactly experienced. You know, unlike the guys like Shakur Stevenson, he's a technician. If you think about it, he's very technical. He knows how to do things, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
So you're 140, looking at 47s.
Right now, I'm like 151.
You came up from 26, 20 to 26, 30, 35. You're looking at 140. Is this an issue of you have now outgrown the lightweight division, or are you simply moving up for the challenge?
Now, I'm a natural lightweight. I can make 135 easy. I make it easy every time. But I know, like I said, this is the guy. This is a guy at 140. He's the best fighter at 140 pounds. So I can't wait to get in the ring with him.
Shady.
Good job, Core. Good job. Build him up, and beat him down in the ring. Right? Smart move. But it is. Respect the opponent for what he is. Look, this dude could fight. He do some goofy clown stuff outside the ring, but he always training. Tio stay in some shape. You peep him. He in a tank top. Bro in shape right now. He stay in shape low-key, man. Tio pretty disciplined in that regard. He just like the biggest critique you probably would have from him would be, you know, how he, you know, his mental or, you know, how he handles interviews and maybe the way he's avoided or said no to certain fights. Like, it's hard to explain all of that. It's hard to explain fighting Steve Claggett, not willing to fight Elvis Rodriguez, Kenneth Sims, or Raymond Muay, right? It's tough to explain after saying how easy Matias and Puerto Ricans are in terms of when you fight them, how easy they are to beat. And you complain about money, then they give you a pay-per-view opportunity with the guy that you said is easy to beat, and then you say no to that. It's tough to explain the guy in Devin Haney that you've been going back and forth with on and off throughout the years. The fathers done been going back and forth. They done got disrespectful at times and all of that. It's tough to explain that you had upwards of $11 million or so on the table for that particular fight, and then you say no. And then now you find yourself in a situation where you have Shakur Stevenson, a 35-pounder that will be coming up. Much how it would have been if Raymond Muay, you would have accepted that. Probably would have came up to 40. You see me? So hopefully he's having a change of heart and turning over a new leaf and being with the shit that he say. Because right now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. As much as I want to see this fight, I got to include the fact that it seems like to me that he's just enjoying promoting and the energy and entertain, you know, like the attention that comes with it. Like, I hope he really seriously sold on making this fight with Shakur, because I feel like on Core's end, he really want to be great. He want to prove himself. He said he feel like Tio the best fighter at 40. Can't wait to share the ring with him. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no need for him to sit up here and bluff and act like he want to fight if he really don't. So I think he just want the opportunity because he know what comes with that. He knows that he has the kind of style where he needs the name and the opponents, right? The quality of opponent to match the fighting style, or people not going to enjoy it or appreciate it, right? Seen as a pay-to-fight had a particular style. Shakur fought a particular way. It made the fight very entertaining. You could easily go back and watch that fight with no problem. So Teofimo, different challenge, different looks. It'll be a different fight, but I think it'll still be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's not. Nobody say it but him. Lewis Crocker gonna drop Patty Donovan. Damn, plot twist. Damn, already. Shout out to Z. Appreciate you, bro.
What do you think,
CJ, I ain't get
when
the
you look at
chance.
these two guys? Are they the same size?
Yeah,
Double tap that screen, y'all. Let's get the lights up, man. Let's get the lights up. Let's get this up to the channel.
Get a
support the build. Hit that like button.
Like a mesomorph build,
They
right?
was in there signing each other up
Teo's
earlier.
more square mesomorph, and he's like naturally leaner, longer, right? It's different.
Pause.
Man, that pause
I
shit
can't
is
wait.
dumb.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Back
too.
in the back, they was signing each other up. Who gonna win? This and the third. They want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
let's talk the
I
real.
cannot wait.
You guys came up together. You're good with each other, but there's got to be underneath the rivalry. First of all, I know how it is with fighters when they were the same promoter. I'm the guy he should be pushing. No, I'm the guy he should be pushing. So there's that. Plus, you see each other in the
Yeah. I just hope he keeps it. You get what I'm saying, Jay? I hope he don't do nothing to ruin it, because I ain't gonna lie, right now it just seems like you enjoying the entertainment side of it, right? Just entertaining people with the thought. You get what I'm saying? Just please stand on business and don't put your foot in your mouth. Don't shoot yourself in the foot like doing something or saying something silly. It looks like this fight could really be worked out and made. And look, win, lose, or draw for either guy, I just want to see great fights. And I think this will show me, and a lot of the world, what Shakur is, more of what he is, right? You know what I mean? Being Teofimo shouldn't be the easiest thing to do in the world, and it's definitely a very respectable win. Get me? So I just want to see it. I think this would be making boxing great again. Fights like this, fights like Brian Norman, Devin Haney, those type of fights make boxing great again. Shit, there I say what we got tonight: Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. Those type of fights is what boxing need. The best fighting the best. Greatness versus greatness, or proven guys need to be fighting other proven and accomplished guys. That's just the way boxing need to go. Shakur don't need to be in the ring with no respect to him, but no Josh Patton
someday because he's going to beat everybody else.
World class
Can you
top
talk
level
about
opposition.
the competitiveness or the rivalry through the years?
Honestly, I knew it since an amateur. Like I already told you, it was tournaments I would go to, and I see Teo, and it's like he was ahead of the competition. And when I seen that, I always knew, like, okay, if I'm ahead of the competition, he ahead of the competition, we're going to fight each other.
Eventually.
You feel the same way? Before we get to
see, real always recognize real. And I know people that want to sit up here and be mad because he ain't sitting up here calling them a bunch of races all day, but he being genuine, man. It's the fight game. He ain't stuck on that. I'm pretty sure he already made it clear he don't agree with none of that ignorance, but the same token, it's his career, and low key, shit, he be the neighborhood hero. You beat the guy that everybody calling racist and don't like, man. Shakur dethroned him. He might win some more fans over. You get me? So, look, I'm all about seeing great fights. It's unfortunate that Teofimo put those things out there, but since then, he's been kind of quiet, which is good. I just hope he keep it that way and just promote yourself, promote boxing, promote your skill set, promote your WBO title, promote the fact that you're a Ring Magazine champion, ready to challenge Shakur Stevenson and be the first one to give him an L, right? Promote that shit, push that, lean into that. It's a lot of substance there if you just focus on what's there and not the dumb shit that brings the wrong kind of attention your way. Come on, T.O., tighten up. We want to see fights like this. Shakur, this is a great challenge for you. You putting everything on the line, bro. Your record, undefeated. You get what I'm saying? Your reputation. This is a real challenge. And you daring to be great going up into his division to do it. Hell yeah, get to it, bro. Go be great. Go achieve this shit. I want to see just how good these guys are. This is show if Teo pulls off the win. He got it. My respect for him and grow. Got to. You beat a guy like this, you could dethrone, in my opinion, one of the best pure boxers of the game today. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got my respect. You get me? So you can do it, pull it off. But look, I just want to see the fight, and I got Core beating him. I got Core taking a boxing lesson. You know what I'm saying? Fabio G's, what it do, homie? I feel like boxing needs more great fights in the actual ring. And these guys who are getting paid the most ain't bringing the fire when the bell rings lately. I feel you, man. George, what's good with it, fam? He said, T.O. Sucker, I feel you. I understand it. Happy fight day, everybody. You know it, Fabio G's, what it do. Yeah, man, if you in here, double tap that screen, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get the likes up, and we just going to keep building, man. So, yeah, man, I think it's the fact that these guys, the top guys, Jay, they make that money. So I think more politics come into play with the more money you make, right? I think that when you on a smaller scale, it's a lot easier, as you can see, right, to put the fights together. I think when you more established for whatever reason, I guess obviously with the titles and all that and the money involved, here comes the politics and the BS. But I'm with you 1,000,000%. We need more great fights, bro. But this will be one of them.
Canelo Crawford, Teo, did you feel the same way watching him as an amateur?
Example of a great fight.
I'll be honest. I'm going to be real honest. He was a lot better younger.
Oh,
he was better when he was younger?
Especially at the JOs, Junior Olympics. You were whooping feet, yo.
All right. It was crazy.
Teo is the see now. Look at the difference. Now I want to point this out. Look at the difference. Look how Shakur sat up there and told you how Teo always training and how he could fight. How he feel like he the best guy at 140. And Teo sits up here and tells Shakur he felt like he was better younger in the Junior Olympics, bro. Why the hell would he be better in the Junior Olympics than he is right now as a professional, a seasoned professional at that? Accomplished professional through multiple weight classes, bro. You got to be shitting me. That's so silly to say, bro. That's silly. That's silly in my opinion.
For Teo, did you feel the same way watching him as an amateur?
I'll be honest. I'm going to be real honest. He was a lot better younger.
Facts, fam.
He was better when he was younger?
Especially at the JOs, Junior Olympics. You were whooping feet, yo.
All right.
He was crazy with it.
Yeah, he was mad nice.
You don't think he developed enough power?
Never talk crazy while stuck standing next to a liquor. I heard you, Cal. That's a fact. He know be on his best behavior, but he did try to take a jab. Told my guy he was better as a junior
or something. It's not about the power. I think that he just focusing too much on one arsenal.
What, the defense?
This defense.
Yo, don't tell me too much because I don't want you to say that you told me the game plan, you gave this out. I don't want no excuses.
All right,
Canelo Crawford.
No, I could give him that.
And then how the hell, look, bro, he just saying he focused on one arsenal. When they talking about the defense, that shit sounds stupid. That's why you have a plus-minus ratio. This is why I keep this in the cut because it's always relevant for a conversation. Plus-minus mean hit and not get hit. Not just defense. Go look that up. Go get your Googles, anybody, yo. Go look up fighters with the highest plus-minus ratio in boxing today. Go look at the list. You get what I'm trying to say? This shit is ridiculous, bro. Like 21.1. Like you see that difference? You can't do that if you're not hitting the guy too. So it's not just defense. It's both. It's just he's not an offensive buzzsaw per se, but I just don't think anybody that is that good as what he is or what he's proven to be up until this point defensively is that offensive minded as well. I think you kind of sacrifice some of the offense for just being super great at defense. But at the same token, you just seen in his last fight, he got an arsenal as well. And you know how to mix his punches up, throw in combination. You know what I mean? Slip punches, roll punches, take the steam off punches. Jump straight back, what they don't like. He showed you a little bit of everything in that last fight. A little bit of everything. Yeah. But you know what that is, Remo? That's his team. That's his team and management and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I hear like the better your team is, the more you get paid. Like Berlanga gets paid more than what you would think or what the average person would expect him to get paid, right? He do, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Hitchens was speaking on it, right? Like, surprised, and this dude ain't got never won no title. I mean, he fought Canelo, but we all know that was just an opportunity Canelo gave him. He didn't earn it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it be with your team and your management, yo. Like, some people, like, you know, Devin Haney is a guy that's team always made sure he got paid. Shakur Stevenson, being that we talking about him, same difference. Think about it. They both was on top rank. Teal is a accomplished 3-belt champion, but we know, you know, it's like public knowledge that he don't make more money than Shakur. Get what I'm saying? I think that has something to do with their teams for sure. Shakur had power, he'd be dangerous. I think he dangerous without power, bro. I mean, like, I ain't gonna say you don't got no power. What do you mean being a knockout artist? Yeah, it'd be a lot more dangerous if he was a knockout artist per se. Yeah, he would be. He'd be a dangerous guy, but I think he good just right where he at. You get what I'm saying? I think he good right where he at. Dang, he dropped him again. Shout out to Z. Appreciate you, homie. Moderators in the chat, man. You got a wrench. Make sure you double tap that screen. Make sure you telling the fam double tap the screen. Sub to the channel, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's about over.
Nice.
You don't think he developed enough power or something?
It's not about the power. I think that he just focusing too much on one arsenal.
What, the defense?
This defense.
Yo, don't tell me too much because I don't want you to say that you told me the game plan, you gave this out. I don't want no excuses. So don't say too much.
All right, Canelo Crawford.
No, I could give him that. I could tell him all the game plans and everything because a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you got to master yourself. You got to learn how to beat yourself. So if I give you all the tools on how to beat me, and I beat you,
I already know how to beat you, bro.
Nobody beat me.
I already know how to beat you.
All right.
I already know how to beat you,
early
bro.
2026.
Easy.
It's going down. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Sugar and Sweet. We're going to make it nice and pretty for you all.
So when you guys are in a spot like this,
you sweet?
You see.
Paul, you talking about pause, bro. Pause.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a lot of nerve telling me to pause, and then you him with sugar and sweet. That makes you sweet.
Bro,
All right, listen.
Tell him, get him, Max.
All right, listen, that better. So listen, guys, the fight's not here. That would be a big thing when you see if you could sell out T-Mobile. It's at Allegiant. They've sold over 60,000 tickets.
The Raiders. We're talking about the Raiders here.
When you see something like that, do you guys feel like that eventually, that doesn't happen even after a fight like this. That takes a career to get to fights like that. When you see that, do you guys start fantasizing like, I'm going to be in a situation like that one day? And if so, who would it be against?
Honestly, I always think that way. I always feel like I'm going to be one of the biggest stars. I think it's inevitable for me. But once again, you got this guy standing right here next to me, and I think he's the truth. I think he's a hell of a talent, and I think this is one of my dancing partners that's going to rise my stardom.
Yeah, and I'll be honest.
Yeah, see?
I would rather see this fight right here.
And that's what Shakur is on, them accolades, bro. He'd be a 4-division champion. You get what I'm saying? If he's able to beat this dude at 140, you got to respect that shit. And he understands it. Like, fights like this, names like this, move him to that next level. And that's what he need. You need the names to go on that resume to line up with everything people say about him, right? It's going to be tough to sell people how great you truly are if you can't get you ain't getting in the ring with none of these guys and beat them. None of these other top guys, right? So I just hope for his sake, for his career, and just the opportunity alone. And then for boxing, on the grand scheme of things, these are the kind of fights boxing need. You need a challenge. Hey, man, he'll bump up 5 pounds, see what he can do at 140, where Teo is an established world champion there, right? You get what I'm saying? Established world champion, right? To see if you can go up there. He ain't lost yet since he got the 140. You know what I mean? But he ain't been the biggest of punchers either up there, right? He got the one knockout that he got when he stopped Pedro Campo when he got there. Everybody else been decisions, right? It's not a bad thing, but he's had to be more of an outboxer at 140 pounds, Teofimo. So with that being said, you're getting in there with a Shakur Stevenson, who, like I said, who I mentioned, I think is one of the best pure boxers in the game. That could be a really interesting and challenging fight for you from a X's and O's style standpoint, right? You got a guy that can be on the front foot, can sit in the pocket. We've seen that throughout his career. You see him sit in the pocket and, mix it up with guys. But I think against you particularly, because he do his homework, he'll pick his spots and moments when he decides to do that with you. But ultimately, he'll make you earn everything you get in there. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll make the fight difficult. Lateral movement, you get what I'm saying? Not being stationary, not right in front of Teo. Make him get on that front foot and go earn it, right? Force him to have to cut the ring off and be smart doing it. And in those moments, you pick them apart, you pick them off, and you take advantage of them, right? And that's something I could see Shakur doing, really. But on the flip side, you got a Teo is athletic. I see him being able to get his shots in there as well. Shakur might have to adjust to maybe the speed, the quickness, the cadence of Teofimo, right? Ain't gonna just be, you just walk right through him, 12's it. Nah, I'm not saying that. I think it'll be a competitive fight throughout, but I just think Core over time, start to gradually separate from Teo and show the difference in between the two. I feel like, the boxers like Jermaine Ortiz and like the Sandro Martins of the world, they unlocked something early and they stuck to it, and they realized that Teofimo coming forward is just not the most efficient guy coming forward, right? That's where you see some of the deficiencies a little bit, right? That's where you see some of the areas of weakness, right? Being there on the front foot while maintaining creativity, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes he got a tendency to start doing like the little hill taps where he tap his boot and start doing all this like little bluffing stuff. And I know for Shakur, being a smart guy, he ain't gonna get caught up in that. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to be bluffing, and Core going to be figuring you out punching. So this is an intriguing matchup. It's fun, bro. I just one that I truly hope for the boxing guys deliver this one, man. Teo, we need to see what Teo can do in the ring against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You get me? I just don't see why wouldn't you want to see a fight like this. You know what I'm saying? They are giving us face-offs and
in the middle. I know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, we need to see shit like this. We need to see.
But nevertheless, I look at it like this, in order for people to see and make boxing great again, you got to fight the best, correct? Right. So if he's the best at 35, he's wanting to come up to my weight division at 140.
I got to make boxing great again on my shirts.
And we know
at
the end of it, I think we've known this since we were signed to Top Rank in our career. I think that we both understand that the winner of this is the leader of the new school, leader of the new generation. The old is out, the new is coming in.
The old is out. The old is out. The new is coming in. Yeah, you say so. And you the old. Man, you about to be old news. Core, scalp him, Core. Know what I mean? Scalping course simply at Mary J. Peace Queen. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. It's fight night, y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's support the build. We doing double duty today. You dig? Sub to the channel if you new. Turn your notifications on if they not. Let's go, y'all. Know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun. If y'all want to click that link, it's in the community section. Feel free. Talk to me. We gonna get to this stuff. We gotta get to that Exodus Files joint too. We gonna get to that as well. Let's keep going, man. Like I said, Teo and Shakur is a fight that I think everybody would get behind. I don't see too many people not wanting to see a fight like this because, again, if you're all about the best fighting the best, well, there you go. Look no further than them two because that's a prime example and the epitome of the best fighting the best. Straight like that.
To be real, it's honestly, we understood this day would come, me and Shakur. Yeah, we understood this day would come. Because we knew out of the bunch that you guys all talk about, from the Haneys, the Garcias, and so on and so forth, the Tanks, we knew that us fighting was going to be the cream of the crop because we're the best of the best. We knew that. He knows that. I know this. It's almost as once in a lifetime of Saturday, September 13th, Crawford and Canelo. This is kind of like the reversion of everything. The old is going out. Now comes the new.
Do you see him as that? You know, when you go, you know, almost Batman looks at Spider-Man, Superman. Is he that other guy? You know, like the Pacquiao has Mayweather, Mayweather has Pacquiao. Do you look at the current crop and go, he's the best of the ones apart from me? Is that how you see Shakur?
I believe he sees it the same way, yes. Yeah. I see it the same way. We see it the same way. And we wrote to each other. We call each other now. We talking. We trying to make these things work.
Yeah. Yeah, oh shit, my bad, y'all. Yeah, so look, man, like he said, man, he's saying all the right things in some of these interviews in terms of like making us feel like this is something that could happen for sure, right? Like he sound like he on board. Shout out to the professor at McQueen. He sound like he on board, sound like it's all systems go, but we've seen this stuff before. Like Devin Haney taking that fight from Turkey would have damn near been an alley-oop slam dunk type deal. And he messed that up. To Subriel Matias opportunity, that was a slam dunk as well, bro. That was a super slam dunk, I think. Oh, nah. We was rolling to that. That was the next one, Cal. You ain't miss it, bro. You ain't miss it. But look, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, support the build if you can. Double tap. Super chat, cash app. Let's work, y'all. We're going to put in that work today. We're going to put a lot of hours in before the day is out. We work. But now we about to get to that. Shakur and Teo can get on the phone. Another 135 guys should be able to do this. That's all I'm saying. These guys, I think communication is the way of the fights now. If you truly want to fight and you feel like people, it's miscommunication and guys not being honest and on the same page, you trim out the fat, trim some of that fat. Get on the phone with the right people and make this shit happen. Get on the phone with that fighter, make this shit happen. You get what I'm saying? But let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep it rolling. So something that I seen that I wanted to talk about, and look, y'all know I'm a real one. I'm fair. I'm realistic. I just got some questions, right? Because, you know, I seen people losing their mind when Boots Ennis, you know, about the Boots Ennis situation, right? With the Canelo and, you know, him sparring Canelo Alvarez, and people were going in like, oh, you know, coon, sellout. You know, he's a traitor, man. He went over there to help Canelo and Crawford's biggest fight of his career and all this and that, right? And he was all types of sellouts. Shout out to Devin Haney. I ain't got nothing personal, but he was on the record. He was calling Najee coon, sellouts. People were going in on him for interviewing Ryan Garcia. But took a photo with him, did a face-off, Ryan talking about round 2, knowing you fighting Brian Norman Jr. next. And we don't know when the hell Ryan coming back exactly, right? So, I mean, this is nothing personal to Devin, but this is just a question to anybody that's pushing that code stuff. Like, is this considered to be off code? Like, is he off code when he's, you know? in here, you know, rubbing shoulders. I don't know what they want to call it, like, but it's this for the cold people. Like, is he off cold? You know what I'm saying? When him and Devin Haney or him and Ryan Garcia is doing round 2 face-offs for a fight that we know ain't coming right now, right? We know this. You get me? And I'm not knocking them, but that's why you got to be careful when you throwing them stones. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that house that you living in made of glass, right? You can't be actively online and social media calling guys that in the media space. I think one of the more real fair guys he tries to be. We not going to be perfect in this space, bro. You're not going to agree with everything he say and do. But ultimately, I think, you know, when you talk about from the content creator space, the one he was referring to, my guy Najee from Cigar Talk, I don't think nothing made him a coon for interviewing Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're not a coon for facing off with him, in my eyes. But when you're like I said, launching them stones, you get what I'm saying? They're gonna come back at you tenfold. So, you know what I'm saying? His boots was off code, and he was a traitor and a sellout. Like, is he a traitor and a sellout when he taking pictures? That's what I'm saying with the guy that everybody, you know what I mean? Because this would literally be lining up the second fight with them. This would be lining up another fight. You know what I mean? Is he cooned out for this? Like, does this make him a coon? Right? Is he off code? Is he not standing on business? Right? Should he not be doing this? Because at the end of the day, it's business. You can't move your whole entire career off no emotions off based off what somebody said. You know what I mean? You don't condone it. If you're going to speak on it, you hold a person accountable, even if they're not holding their own accountable. But we got to stop putting these very permanent labels on guys, right? Coons and sellouts, the Uncle Toms, all this little stuff. Like, I hate it all because it don't be applying in these situations. In Najee's situation, it's just his job to make those moves, right? It's his job to interview the fighters. That's what he do. It's not at no point did he condone and say, yo, he was cool with what he said and what he did. None of that is the case. So until you see him condoning the behavior while interviewing the guy, then I think you got to lay off and be mindful of how you tear down somebody's reputation or speak down on the guy's name. That's only showing, you know, that he's trying to just put in the same work. Like this right here, this would be about business. You and him facing off, you and him fighting again. That's business. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. But that's why I say there's nothing wrong with you doing this just as much as there's nothing wrong with Boots sparring Canelo Alvarez. There's nothing wrong with, you get what I'm saying? Najee interviewing Ryan Garcia. Because look, if that's the case, since we on it, you know, two of the more hated guys is Ryan and Teo. But not only, you didn't stop there. Look, you chopped it up with Teo as well. Shout out to Serpent Army, man. Yeah. And big shout out to my homie Creole the Traveler, putting some color in the chat. Always supporting. Much love to my dog, man. I appreciate you. So Jusdueboxing, he in the chat watching. Appreciate you, man. Supporting the grind, bro. Much love to my dog Creole the Traveler. Let's go, man. Double tap the screen. Let's keep building. So, like I said, man, can't be throwing, you know, launching stones from a glass house, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop putting these permanent labels on guys that don't deserve it. Guys are just out here doing their jobs, much like you doing your job, man. You know? That's all. That's it. That's all, man. You know what I mean? Be mindful of the energy you put out. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to do their jobs, bro. And the same way you got to do yours to make money, right? You were just on the sideline talking to Teofimo as well. Right? Does that make you a coon? Because you're talking to two of the guys that they consider to be racist guys, right? You get what I'm saying? It's not that. It's not that deep. At the end of the day, it's an opportunity and that you should take advantage of. You got an opportunity to right or wrong where guys cheated you and, you know, you didn't look your best and had you knocked all over the ring. You get an opportunity to avenge that or correct that situation or get your lick back, then you do it because it's business. Nobody being emotional. You're not a coon for going in there and putting hands on them. Just like you're not one for having a conversation with Tio, whatever it was I was talking about. And you called them back to you. But I'm just saying, strictly from those people that was putting out that negative rhetoric, right? Do it apply all the way around the board? Shakur was a coon just for getting in the ring with Devin Haney after a win. But you can do this after all of this shit he said and did. Like, why still face off? Why is Ryan still talking about like round 2? Still thinking about fighting him? You still would do business with him, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business, not personal. So a guy, anybody in this space doing an interview, especially if they, is coming from a fair and balanced place, they're just doing their job. It's business, right? Nobody's saying that they're going to be best friends after this, right? Y'all ain't got to be best friends, but at the end of the day, it's about business. And if fighting Ryan Garcia a second time makes sense and is good business for you, then I suggest, or I would be understanding of why you would do it. I wouldn't be sitting up here like, Devin's a coon. Look what he did. He's fighting Ryan again. Bro, this is boxing and this business. It's prize fighting. Ryan, there's still a market for Ryan. He's still marketable. He still can sell, right? You could put him in fights where people going to have genuine interest in watching it. And that just is what it is. That's what I was saying before. Everything ain't got to be so permanent. When these guys come out and they run their mouths and they put out the negative rhetoric and shit like that, hold them accountable. But that don't mean you can never speak on their fights again. Like, it's not that deep. You speak on the situations as they present themselves, and then you move on accordingly. So that's what I've done. T.O.'s put out a lot of ignorant energies, much with Ryan. Now they both on the more quiet side. So, look, at the end of the day, it's not that we'll forget, but we won't have to bring it up every time we speak about. We don't have to bring it up every time we speak about these guys, right? And as long as they doing the shit that they should be doing, I'll focus solely on that. So Tio standing next to Shakur is a good sign with them talking about it, because it seemed like it's some like promotion before the promotion for the fight. You got people minds are going, people wheels churning, thinking about, damn, could this fight really happen? They standing next to each other, they being allowed to kind of like promote it, talk about it. You don't see nobody in boxing as far as the powers that be coming out and trying to like stop it, reject it. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it's something that really could happen if guys play their cards right. So just hopefully Tio wants it as much as he just sold it that he wants it in that clip from earlier. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. We definitely going to see. It's definitely a smart move from Boots, though, to do that. PG 267, paragraph 4B, the Hadio Handbook. Thou shalt not associate or interview any known Ostarine PD user punishable by the being deemed coon sellout. Page 32 of the PDF version. Shout out to Kyle. That's real though. And much love to my dog Trio the Traveler, man. Appreciate the love, homie. I don't think he was a coon, but he asked all questions about the nerd stuff. He was more of a D-Rider than asking harder questions. I think sometimes people try to not overly press or make the situation uncomfortable for the guests. I understand that critique, Damon. That I get what you're saying. Thought it would be a little more stern, or I get it, and I think it wasn't done that way in an effort to like try to steer away from it being like, you get what I'm saying, awkward, like one of those. But he hit on it. He did touch on it, but it's like all the dude was going to do was really try to downplay it, and I would have rather them ask the questions, let him answer how he did, and moved on, rather than him grill him just for him to end up saying more stuff, because the only thing he would have did was find some type of justification or find a way out of it. That's what I think. So I get it to a degree, but I understand your feelings about it for sure. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you be a little more firm with him, especially when in regards to that particular situation and topic for sure. Shout out to my dog 12 Threes. We in here, man. We just building. Early before the fights, man. Little pre-fight build with the famo before the fights tonight. And we're going to enjoy those too, y'all. We ain't got long before they start, man. So we working double duty, man. We trying to put that work in. If you in here, double tap that screen for your boys, sub to the channel. We growing, man. We trying to hit 100K. They told me 10,000 wasn't enough. And they say, just do, man, 10,000 ain't enough. We trying to see you placked up We trying to see you at 100. You know what I mean? I'm looking for supporters, not subscribers. We need supporters. You did. Shout out to the fan, man. G double Haney fighting tomorrow. Tomorrow? Okay. TMO. Haney as November 22nd for Haney. November. He got a real one. So look, like I said, y'all, for all the people that, you know, I don't make nothing personal, but that shit was coming everywhere. I don't want to hear no more code people being off code for doing what's best for their careers. Devin Haney probably getting back in there with Ryan Garcia after being cheated the way he did would probably be something that he deemed good for his career or one of the best moves he can make for his career, right? Do we demonize him and tear him down for feeling like the opportunity with Ryan is something that he want? You get what I'm saying? Are we really out here in boxing tearing down fighters for going to get world-class work with first ballot Hall of Fame fighters when they retire? Like, are we serious? Young up-and-coming fighters, we serious. We want guys to be the absolute best. You get what I'm saying? That they can be. How do you do that? By getting in there with some of the absolute best that boxing has to offer. That's what Boots Ennis was doing. He wasn't doing he wasn't being a sellout. He wasn't being a coon. He wasn't doing Crawford dirty. None of that stuff. He was out there trying to make himself better. You know what I'm saying? And getting some of the probably the most quality work that he could run across. And to me, if you really been following Boots' career and you know the story, based on how his father and spoke about it several times, they had trouble getting good sparring. I heard somebody tell a story about how bad, you know, Boots whooped somebody's ass, you know what I mean, and sent them out there, you know what I mean, out the ring. But nonetheless, I want to go off topic. He's not selling out when he's trying to make his career better, bro. We got to stop doing that. He's not being a coon for sparring with Canelo Alvarez. We got to stop doing that. It's boxing. He don't owe nobody loyalty but him and his own team. That's it. He don't owe Crawford no loyalty. He don't owe no opponents or Canelo no loyalty, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? And for those that know, you know, he's been known to Ennis family for years, man. Years, double digits, more than 12, what is it, about 14 years or so, something like that. So they've been knowing each other. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? He's not a coon for making himself better. Devin Haney's not a coon for getting in the ring with a guy that cheated him and he feels like beating him would not only right that wrong, you get what I'm saying, but will be one of the better moves for his career. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's not a coon for that, but his people was pushing that Boots was selling out and doing all that other weird stuff. You get what I'm saying? But they ain't going to bring up how you sat there and had a chop up with Teofimo, a guy that you know ain't fighting because he talking about this Shakur fight. You get me? But you cool with two of the biggest, you get what I'm saying? Racist guys, let them tell it. So I don't know, man. I think we just got to stop with the unnecessary permanent criticism of guys just doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's all I'm saying. A1 Hoops on my brother. What's good with it, bro? So Canelo say he knew Boots since he was early teenager. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. And Boots making his debut in another division, shit, he want to get the best work that he possibly can. Like I mentioned just a few moments ago, he's had that issue in the past. Not only with guys turning him down, but not able to get this kind of sparring that he need, right? You know what I'm saying? Boots be putting about the ass, bro. So you let my phone ring, or you tell me I got Canelo number and all I gotta do is call him and we gonna be in camp getting some work. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's why you heard when Boots asked about YSM, say, what you think about the criticism? He said, I really don't even care. Like, Boots don't care because he know he ain't did nothing wrong. And it's sad that the boxing world was ready to turn on him for doing what he was supposed to be doing, truth be told. So that's why I say, man, if Boots is off code for better in his career, you get what I'm saying? Then Devin Haney definitely got to be off code for doing face-offs with this guy that he definitely not even fighting, knowing he got a whole nother fight lined up, right? Dapping up Teofimo, calling him back, having a conversation with him, right? That's what they supposed to be excommunicated, right? We ain't supposed to talk about these fighters. Nobody's supposed to fight them. They ain't supposed to, like, you get what I'm saying? It's just ignorance, man. So at the end of the day, I'm here for boxing. And look, I don't know about y'all. I'll speak for me, though, on this one. I would love to see Devin Haney get his lick back over Ryan after getting cheated. I would love it. I would love that for him in his career. It's just a little feather in his cap, right? kind of right one of those wrongs where somebody did you bad. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I really wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Wouldn't mind seeing that shit for boxing, bro. So, like I said, man, if Najee's a sellout for interviewing him, you got to look at yourself in the mirror for wanting to fight him. That means you going to put money in his pocket. That means y'all going to break bread together. You get what I'm saying? He said you taught him something else. Ryan was saying something. You taught him something. Said you taught him something.
Could you talk about this punching thing?
Hold on, man. No, that ain't the one I was looking for, I don't think. Yeah, he told him, he said you taught him backgammon or something. Said Devin taught him something. So they, you know, chopping it up backstage. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, these guys don't be no sworn enemies. This stuff be entertainment most times, and people be confused by it, thinking that, you know, these guys be some type of, like, enemies. They don't, yo. They don't. They don't for real. Dudes be cool, and it don't be that deep. Where is it at? I had seen it somewhere, man, but he was backstage talking to this man. Yeah, but he's basically Ryan was basically saying Devin taught him how to gamble, basically. Backgammon or whatever that game is. So is he off code for teaching Ryan how to gamble? Like, you see how ridiculous it start to sound after a while. These is young men. I feel like whenever one guy does some stuff that's distasteful or that needs to be called out, you do exactly that. You just call it out and then you move on, right? You can't stay stuck on it. What you going to bring up the shit every single time you see him in an interview or see him out? You're going to keep asking him about you get what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I think people got to let up. Stop calling these fighters coons and shit, man. Everybody ain't a sellout for not doing what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? The world don't revolve around your favorite fighter. I don't care who he or she is. It don't. You get what I'm saying? These guys are going to always make the decisions that are tough, that are best for their careers. I've said this time and time again. I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. That's just the way it is, man. That's the way it go. Get what I'm saying? And before we... Oh, hold on. Come on. Here's the clip here, y'all.
God bless you.
Lead.
You like the fit, Ryan? Let's go. I've been good, bro. I love you, sir.
Beautiful. Muchas gracias.
God bless.
Yo, Ryan. What's going on, man? What do you think about the press conference today? Did you get a chance to see?
I didn't, bro. How did it go? It was good.
You know, Canelo doing his thing. You know,
okay. So same.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was Canelo did talk to
what up,
Max,
gang?
and Max said that UFC was bigger than boxing.
This ain't the
Canelo
one.
checked him and said, no. So I mean, did you feel like that was a true statement by Canelo?
Oh, it's a true statement by Canelo. Obviously, bad take by Max. You know, me and Max are doing the show, but you know, I'm gonna have to tell Max that, you know, he got to stick to, you know, taking football takes. You know, his boxing takes, you know, they stink.
Yeah. Awesome. Lastly, any update?
Man, that wasn't the one. But anyway, they met backstage. They've been talking to each other. They're not enemies, man. These dudes don't be beef. They don't beef, and they're not at war. They're young, you know, successful boxers, top of their sport, enjoying life, man. When it's on, it's on. Them cameras come on, yeah, they gotta sell it. The rivalry, the energy, and all that stuff. But reality is, man, them dudes don't be having no issue with each other outside of boxing. It's just boxing. You get me? And gotta stop trying to call people coons, period. Yeah, put your life on the big screen. Let's see how it get labeled. That's what I'm saying. It just be too permanent, Cal. And we be calling these young men coons for not being mad and bringing up the same shit over and over every time they see the guy, right? So I just wish people would stop saying that. And if Boots is off code and all these other guys, then he's off code for, you know, facing off with him. Off code for shaking hands or thinking about breaking bread with him. Off code for dapping up Teofimo, talking to him. It's just ignorant, right? At the end of the day, these are good fights. Him beating up Ryan would be cool. You know what I mean? If he got his lick back, right? It'd be vindicated pretty much, right? Shit, if him and Teo could fight, it'd be another great fight for boxing. So it's just, I want to see fights and not BS. Haney sued Garcia. He didn't. He was suing him. He didn't. They dropped the lawsuit. Didn't go nowhere. Garcia was banned for 1 year. Yeah, because of the Osterine. And he knowingly cheated. Nah, they don't beef. They're not beefing. That stuff is for the cameras. Them dudes don't really truly dislike each other. You know what I'm saying? They're doing face-offs just for the hell of it. Man, no way, shape, or form dislike each other. Them dudes is not beefing at all. Just a little friendly trash talk when they see each other. But let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling. So, like I said, I feel like is Devin Haney all cold, right? Because if everybody's all cold for, Shakur all cold and Combs for getting in the ring, knowing that that's what he did to Loma, right? Boots all cold for sparring Canelo. That's stupid. Is he all cold for sparring Hector Garcia and dropping that sparring footage right before his fight? Like, it's so many different instances that I could point out, and I try not to get all into it, but let's just enjoy boxing. Stop tearing the young men down and their reputations with it. I think it's nasty work to move and speak the way a lot of these guys be speaking on these fighters and shit. It's just nasty, bro. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. Let's see Hitchens versus Haney. I think it's a great fight, Remo. If Haney would be interested, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a good fight, good style clash too. Two pure boxers. It'll be a chess match for sure. Patty Donovan took that L. We're gonna keep roll. Crocker, the IBF champ. Congrats to the new champ. Shout out to Crocker. Patty Donovan got it done to him, man. Patty Donovan. All right, man. Let's get to this though, man, because we gotta get to this. We gotta get to this other thing, man. So I can set up for later, and we're gonna get these fights. We're gonna get these fights in too. Like 400 million. Canelo versus Crawford. Yeah, man. We're gonna get to it, man. So let's get to this Exodus Files joint, man. That few of the family, few of y'all sent me, man. I'm assuming y'all wanted me to react to this joint. So we here for it, man. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna get it in. So he still can't believe. Shout out to Fulio, man. Still can't believe it. Yeah, man. And dudes getting that brethren, that butter, that cheese. What my guy Doc be saying, that bacon, huh? They getting it. They gonna get that brethren. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk, too. Come on, man. What's up? How's my joint not connected? Double tap the screen for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new, let's keep building, y'all. We ain't done. We gotta get to this Exodus Files joint. And they went in. They took their time with this one, man. You could tell they ain't really too fond of Crawford. Why is it doing that, though? Give me a second, child. Let me fix this. Figure this out. Let me fix this. Old school, my dog. What's good with it, famo? How you feeling? What's good? He said didn't know Boots fighting Lima next month. You didn't, CJ? Where you been at, family? Yeah, man. He fighting Lima. He reached out to a lot of guys. Dudes was basically saying the money wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? The money wasn't good. So, he ended up fighting Lima. Lima said yeah immediately to the same money everybody else was saying no to. Rashidi Ellis could have been in the plans, but he initially said no, and they moved on. He said the money wasn't enough, then turned around and said the money was enough. So, yeah, Boots went through a lot of little unnecessary shit again to try to get his first opponent at 54, but I'm glad he got it. I'm glad he got an opponent. I'm glad he got a date, and it's going to be a movie October 11th. He's going to punish the Castillo Clayton 2.0. Shout out to Shower, man, the queen. She been saying that he like a Castillo Clayton 2.0. Usma Lima is to me. That's what he looked like. And I think Boots gonna chop him up, make a statement, and then the 154 Boots it continues. We'll still feel Crawford. What? Still feel Crawford's gonna win. Shit, I do. You know what I'm saying? I do. At 147, we got Rolly, Rocker, Barrios, and Norman as champs. To see why Manny came back. Manny, like, I see something. Dante, like, man, these ain't the champs. When I was fighting, they ain't like when I was fighting. You know what I mean? Some people felt like he should have got the nod against Mario Barrios. Then he dropped him and everything. He was on Mario helmet. I definitely think he should have got the nod. It wasn't no draw. I feel like when champions be getting draws, they really be in their favor, right? Because he was getting touched up. Man, he was putting them beats. Man, he was putting the beats by Dre on him. Man, you hear me? He was putting the beats by Dre on him. King. He said, people betting on Bud. There's people betting. There's quite a few people betting on Bud. It's a lot of them, as a matter of fact. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of people betting on Budrick, man. You hear me? They think Budrick can pull it off, G. That you would have been crying by the end of the night. Nah, shit. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'll be fake crying. We're going to have some fun. I've been saying all week Crawford going to win. Been saying it all week, G. I've been saying it all week. You know what I mean? I've been saying it all week. Like, man, Youngin gonna go in there and do what he do. You hear me? He gonna make it do what it do. For sure that. I don't know no other way. He said, Max soon ass is taking me for more tests. Oh, shit. Taking tests, my guy. Yeah, but look, this is what it is, man. This is what makes you great. You know, you got to challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself. And this is blowing my mind, man, because it just won't, I'm trying to get my joint to, hold on, y'all, give me a second. Man, man, I'm telling you, man, Crawford, as long as he can move well at this weight, he'll be fine. He'll be just fine. He'll be cooking with Grizzlies. Boxing like that, yeah, you got to tune in to Jusdueboxing, Foolio. We be cooking, B. We be cooking over here, G. You know? I had some fun. Tune up, pull up a chair. But yeah, man, boxing is look, it's an imperfect sport, man. It got a lot of peaks and valleys and ups and downs, and it'd be a hell of a roller coaster ride sometimes, right? But it's when it's good, it's great. You know what I mean? When boxing is on point, it's on point, bro. When they giving us the right shit, they giving us the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope thing. It's a dope thing, man. Why? What is up with this, bro? Shout out to Reef, man. Putting some more color in the chat. My guy. Much love to my dog, man. Y'all bear with me. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out why my thing is not connecting. My phone is not connecting. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't likes, man. What's up? Shout out to the homie Reef, man. He said, Merry Boxmas to all us. Right? Boxing supporters salute just for building this week. I'm going for Bud, but I still like Canelo, just not this fight. LOL. Right. I'm going for Bud. I know it wouldn't be surprising at all if Canelo was the win and Bud didn't pull it off. Right. This is one of those fights. It's a pick 'em fight. I understand why most people are picking Canelo. I get it. What they expect, how it looks, moving up, all these different things. Just Crawford, they feel like you're older, you're gonna be slow, compromise. I get all of that stuff, but you just never know till you see the fight. And I'm glad it's fight night, baby, and we gonna watch it. Shout out to the homie Reef. Appreciate you. Now. All right, y'all. So let me try to get it right, buddy. Let me see something really quick. Hit that like button, y'all. It's all good, Reef. I knew what you meant. Hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel if you know. Let me know who y'all got tonight. Who y'all got winning this fight. And I got Bud or y'all got Nello. You know what I'm saying? Got Bud or y'all got Nello. But the Exodus files I'm about to react to is the one they did on Bud Crawford. So I'm trying to react to this, and then we're going to probably get up out of here. But we're going to get it right first, though, y'all. Got to get it right, buddy. This is joint not coming up, and it's pissing me off, bro. You know what? Bet. I'll just do it like this. I'm gonna just play the audio, y'all. We'll just play the audio. Y'all bear with me. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I'll just play the damn audio. Let's get to it. Trying hard. Down your hard and Canelo, if he walk out the ring with them belts, man, we're gonna jump him. Put hands on him. Put hands on the guy. All right, let's get to this though, y'all. So this was sent to me by a few people. Like I said, three people sent this to me. 2 of them was back to back. So in other words, that's like, yo, Just, you seen this? You know what I mean? I'm like, let me go ahead and react to it. Let me react to it, you know? Roja was good. That these some UK stoppages. That's funny, bro. You stupid. You stupid, bro. Hold on. Let me get it right, buddy. Let me go ahead. So they did the Exodus files the other day. This is just from the other day, 20 hours ago. It ain't even a full 24, right? So it's called Horrible Influences. Canelo versus Crawford is the full documentary they got. You know what I'm saying? They got a full doc. So we're going to listen to this, man. Y'all bear with me, man. We're going to get to it, man. But I want to put it on the screen for y'all. I just didn't want to do all that. Screen share it. Just didn't want to do it. Let me see. We're going to rock out, y'all. Let's get to this.
Are horrible influences who come up with bad ideas. Those bad ideas often lead to horrible outcomes. There are horrible influences in life, but also horrible influences in boxing. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. One fighter known for his agility, athleticism, ring IQ, and mental tenacity. The other known for his wealth of skill and experience, respectable resume, iron chin, and devastating punching power. But how did this fight come about? Was this an organic idea, a natural desire that came from the fighters? Or was this fight influenced by something else?
You know, to be honest with you, we don't know who's going to win this fight because there's just too many strange factors that are involved. Crawford is definitely capable of winning the fight, and Canelo is also capable of winning the fight. But now we fixing to get deeper into this. In my view, if Terence Crawford loses this fight, it won't be because of a lack of skill. If Crawford loses this fight to Canelo, it'll be for a much deeper reason. Now, a lot of Crawford fans ain't going to like this because we're going to get into a lot of true details that y'all are very uncomfortable with. So if you're a Crawford groupie, you may as well take your ass on now. If you're a logical and a reasonable Crawford fan, then perhaps you'll get something out of this. But if you're a Crawford groupie, you may as well take your ass on now because y'all don't like logic and y'all don't like critical thinking. So you won't be able to compute what I'm about to say anyway. The fact is, I don't care nothing about trying to appease any of your simple town asses. The chef knows that y'all Crawford groupies was born in Simple Town because
man calling himself the chef. And it's crazy to call people groupies of a man that they support because he's been successful and at the top of his game since he's been at the top. He stayed there. I don't understand. I don't think nobody's groupies. I think people just believe in the talent and the guy that showed you time and time again that he's the goods. And I don't think it groupies for that, right? You got your extreme fans. We ain't even talking about them. We just talking about legit boxing fans. Like, dudes want to support their guy. Omaha got a reason to be proud, bro. Terence Crawford is not no run-of-the-mill type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy. You should want to talk your shit. So shout out to the Bud Crawford fans, the one that this is their favorite guy, man. Talk y'all shit, and you talk even more shit if you pull this win off tonight.
Because y'all can't think. You may as well go on home now because I'm letting you know right now up front. I'm going to deep fry you and your guy. Because when you really dig down into this, there is a lot wrong here. A lot. Now, this is not a prediction. This is my genuine, honest, uncut viewpoint on this fight. And this is going to start off light, but the deeper we go into this, I'm going to get to a truth that a lot of people are not going to be able to handle. So lock in. Now, Terence Crawford is a tremendous fighter. We all know this. This is not a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson situation to where Crawford's skill level is being overhyped like Shakur and Devin. I would never try to downplay Crawford's skill. There's something else that's being overhyped here, and we're going to get into that. Now,
the only people that's calling dudes overhyped at this point are dumbass fans like this dude. Don't lump Shakur and Devin Haney in the same exact category, bro. Shakur is hump, and he showed your old hating ass. This is Uncle Ruckus right here. I don't know, just make your point. You know what I mean? Think about it. You trying to build Bud Crawford up. Typical boxing mentality. Let me give this guy credit, but let me shit on these other two guys. Then the same guy that I gave credit to, I'm about to take all this credit that I just gave him. I'm about to take it back by telling you how he about to lose and insulting all his fans and calling everybody groupies. I can't stand these toxic boxing dudes, bro. Y'all ain't shit for boxing, bro. Y'all bad. Y'all need to go in the corner somewhere and just face the wall, bro. Just stand in the corner. Stand in the corner and just don't even talk boxing no more. John, what's good with it, bro? So you been lurking all day. I see you, Superman. What it do?
There's something else that's being overhyped.
I am a boy, man.
Get into that. Now,
what else being overhyped?
Cheap. When dealing with these Haneyacks, the Shakurites, and the Crawford group is because they lie so much. So to be clear, this fight against Canelo is a challenge for Crawford because he is not used to carrying this amount of weight into a 12-round fight. He's going to be carrying a lot more weight than he's used to carrying into this particular fight. But this is where Victor Conte comes in,
Here we
and
go.
we're going to get into that as well.
The Victor
now,
Conte BS.
I will also add that I genuinely don't.
Shout out to Freedom's March. What's good, homie? How you feeling, man? He said, did you catch the Crocker and Donovan fight? Nah, I was up here. With y'all cooking. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get Freedom's March right, man. How you been, fam? Always good to see my guys in the building, bro. Give me 1 second. Let me fix something. All right, my guys said he good. Let's go. Let's get to it, y'all. Y'all double tap the screen. Let's keep building. We're gonna get through this joint right here.
With Crawford challenging Canelo Alvarez. My problem is when there are clear contradictions and lies about your actual size, then you make an underhanded fight selection and try to overhype it and sell it as the greatest thing ever. When you really should have been fighting at the higher weight classes, taking on tougher competition a long time ago. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean and why we have serious.
Talk to him, Ronnie. Talk to him. He about to hate Salvador. What it do, man? If you in here, double tap that screen, man. Support the grind. We're going to get through this. Exodus Files. This is the Exodus Files. This is my live reaction to it. We're going to wrap up with this, and then we're going to be back for these fights, y'all. So let's keep building.
In my view,
if
Terence Crawford loses this fight to Canelo Alvarez,
you already know, Freedom Mark. Shout out to you, bro. Keep building.
It may not even
rocking.
be because of the weight. It'll be for a much deeper reason and a more embarrassing reason. Before I reveal that reason, we need to briefly understand this very important thing about boxing. Throughout boxing, you always have times where fighters organically feel a desire and a confidence to challenge themselves against top fighters. Some fighters want to go up and wait to fight.
Some fighters want to go up and wait and challenge
themselves against top
you hear?
Some fighters want to go up and wait.
Yeah, some fighters want to go up and wait and challenge themselves. Fake ass Thurgood Marshall preacher. Shout out to Freedom's Mark. Appreciate that support, family. Much love. Shout out to everybody that continues to support the grind, but it ain't over yet. Double tap, sub, turn them notifications. Shout out to Freedom's March. Appreciate that color in the chat. We gotta have some fun, man. Go beat. He said, "Well, I don't want to say your name." GOB. Shout out to you, fam. Go beat top. I don't want to say Obitaka. I don't want to say your name wrong, but shout out to you, fam. We doing good over here. We just building on this boxing like we always do. We reacting to the Exodus files. Good Crawford edition.
Some fighters want to go up and
Hold on. Let me get back to this.
And wait to find a challenge, and others just want to seek out the very best. It comes from the inside. It comes from the heart of that fighter. It develops into a raw confidence that leads that fighter to pursue their target, and that fighter will begin to repeatedly call out their target until they get their opportunity to fight them. For example, Muhammad Ali repeatedly called out Sonny Liston and defeated Sonny Liston when the fight took place. Antonio Tarver relentlessly called out Roy Jones Jr., who just seemed unstoppable at the time.
I don't even think you're the best fighter in Florida, and I'm out to prove that. Okay. How much do I have to go through? Who do I have to beat in order to get my opportunity? History. All right. Get the contract, Roy. I'm ready. Okay. I ain't gonna say that. His ass is mad.
Tarver lost a very close competitive match in their first fight and finally got the knockout in their second fight. And there are many more examples, but these are examples of fighters that
Talk to him, Ronnie, man. Bug country strong on him, man. He gonna put them paws on him.
naturally had a desire to challenge these tough opponents that came from the inside. They had a natural confidence that came from them. And even though the task may have been difficult, they were able to get the job done. Now, with Canelo versus Crawford, here's where things get really twisted. Now, we're going to point something out. Then things are going to really take a turn.
Don't he, Superman?
Now, I'm going to ask a question, and some people already know the answer to this question, but I have to cover it because even if you know the answer, nobody has taken you deeper into the answer and the other issues surrounding the answer than we're about to go in right now. Now, first off, where did this fight come from? We know that Crawford challenged Canelo, and Canelo Alvarez has stated.
Freedom's March. I'm going with Bud, bro. I know it's going to be the toughest fight of his career. I just think he got the tools to pull it off. I think he hungrier than what Canelo's shown to be at this point in their careers, and might be a couple things that we can't measure on paper to be the reason that he win, like intangibles and shit like that. Just little shit. His will to win, his willingness to figure it out. Just simple things, but I know Canelo is going to be a tough-ass guy, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won. You know, it's going to be a lot of shit talking if I'm wrong, but it's all good. I'm going with Bud.
On multiple occasions that he didn't even want to fight Crawford because he didn't feel like he would get the credit if he beat Crawford because Crawford is coming from the lower weight classes. But we do know that it was Crawford that made the challenge and pushed for the fight versus Canelo. This is an absolute fact. But why did
Facts, bro? Just be smart. You got to fight smart. Something that he's known to do. You know, and his biggest challenge to date, I think, was Errol Spence. You see how smart and switched on he was and prepared. So that's the caliber of fighter he is, being able to prepare for each and every challenge that's in front of him. I think it'll be the same for Canelo. It's just about executing, putting the right fight together, and putting hands on that man. But Canelo was a dog. Now, him winning wouldn't be no surprise at all.
For this fight? Was this a natural desire from Crawford? Did this idea come from Terence Crawford? Because Crawford has been asked multiple times throughout his career about fighting Canelo Alvarez. So let's see what Crawford himself had to say about this.
Canelo, and he fights at 168 plus, so I don't see me and him fighting. So I understand there's weight classes for a reason, and I respect the weight classes.
I don't never think me and Canelo will fight. He's 168, 175, I'm just 147, so I'll never see that fight ever happen.
So Terence Crawford had no desire to fight Canelo Alvarez. So this desire, this idea to fight Canelo Alvarez.
Shout out to DJ FIFO. Shout out to you, DJ. He said moving up to meet Canelo is a dangerous game. Absolutely is. Absolutely. It's just part of the game, though, man. It's just some things you just gotta go do and go try. It's happened before, you know. It's happened before.
Come from Terence Crawford himself. So
you just gotta try.
Who the hell did it come from there?
Canelo about to put him to sleep. Shout out to AP. It's possible, bro.
So every time I see him, he'll come and be like, but right now, I told him go up and scratch Canelo.
So you done let Bill Haney talk you into this fight. Okay, so then why? Why does Bill Haney believe that this is the fight for Terence Crawford?
To be around Canelo, you know what I mean? And then I would see Bud, you know, and then I'd look at Bud and then size of both of them, you know, putting it in Bud's ear that he could go after Canelo and go for legacy, money, the real Mount Rushmore of boxing.
Every time he say that, you know, I just be like, gradually getting into it, like, man, he's not that big. You know, and I'm just like,
So basically, Terence Crawford pursued this fight with Canelo Alvarez not because of his own genuine desire and confidence, but because he let Bill Haney influence him into it. And Bill Haney put this idea into Crawford's head because he spent time around Crawford and spent time around Canelo and noticed that Crawford is actually bigger than Canelo in certain ways. Crawford is a little taller, he has longer reach, and Crawford walks around pretty big. So after realizing this, Bill Haney planted the seed into Crawford's head. So now here we go. I want you to
Man, yeah, you could say that. Obviously, that's what's being reported, but ultimately, like, you're not gonna tell me that I get it. Bill, there you go with an ideal, right? But then once you planted the seed, he had time to think about it, and maybe he's seen an opportunity that he could take advantage of. So if you're trying to sell me that he's solely taking this fight because of Bill, I would beg to differ. I think that is where the ideal started. That's what it sounded like. But in terms of him and Bomac feeling like they could put together a game plan that would beat Canelo Alvarez, I think they had time to think about it too. So it's like sometimes it start like that. It was an ideal shit. Once upon a time, they was talking about Spence going up there and doing it. So I think Bud Crawford is the kind of guy that if he's getting in the ring, it's because he feel like he can beat you. And even if you do beat him, you're gonna have to show him. Like he ain't coming into the ring defeated already or nervous. Like, you know, I don't think he's gonna be nervous like some of these other guys are in awe with Canelo being in front of him that they don't execute the game plan. Like, I don't see it. So tough ass fight, no doubt. Jumping up 60, all that shit, man. Canelo might go in here and style him, but it could happen. I ain't tripping, but this is why we see these fights. Bud is special, and you're gonna have to show him he can't beat you or knock his ass out once. So as long as he upright and fighting, I think, and he's not compromised by the weight jump, man, classic on the way, y'all.
Really look at this. Take a look at this. This is Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez basically at their natural walking around weights. You can look at this picture and see that although Ryan is taller than Canelo is legitimately the bigger man. Just look at the body. Look at how Canelo's arms and legs appear to be damn near double the size of Ryan Garcia's arms and legs. In comparison, look at when Terence Crawford first stepped in the ring to challenge Canelo Alvarez after the William Score fight. Canelo weighed around 180 pounds that night, but Crawford legitimately looked a little bigger and even heavier than Canelo Alvarez. If you look at the mass of Crawford's body, Crawford appeared that he could have easily weighed between 185 to 195 pounds, and he did appear a little bit taller because Crawford was looking down.
That's one, Roger. That's one. That is one. Say, you calling the fights? Yeah, man, I'm calling the fights. I'm gonna pull double duty. We grinding, so y'all make sure y'all tap in, turn them notifications on, sub to the channel, and all that good stuff.
Was looking up a bit.
We gonna
so we got a problem here, and this ain't even the real problem. When we get to the real problems, this shit is going to get twisted. But let's cover this problem first. Now I'm going to open up by showing you a serious contradiction within Crawford's team. This is a direct contradiction between Crawford himself and Crawford's coach.
In this clip, Terence Crawford makes a specific statement about Canelo Alvarez's weight.
I know I'm small. I know I'm smaller than Canelo. I know I'm smaller than these guys and whatnot, but
in this clip, Terence Crawford's trainer, Bomac, completely contradicts Terence Crawford.
Canelo is the bigger guy, right? But
he ain't the bigger guy.
A lot has been made about the size difference between the two and how is that going to play out? You've got to see the size difference, do you? You've got to see the size difference, do you?
He ain't the bigger guy.
Canelo, man, he fights at 168 plus, so
Shout out to Ronnie, man. Put that energy in the air. He kicking ass.
Given
Talk about it.
age, let me tell you, man, he should have been at 68 a long time ago, but myself should make you take advantage of 35, 40, 47. When you naturally walk around big any goddamn way.
So Crawford makes a direct statement and says he knows Canelo is bigger than him. Then his coach comes right behind him, completely contradicts him, and says that Crawford should have been fighting at 168 pounds because Crawford walks around big anyway, and that Canelo is not bigger than Crawford because you don't even see a size difference when they're standing in front of each other in the ring.
Yeah, but when Crawford's saying like these guys is bigger than me, he not talking about in our walk around weight. Yeah, these guys are bigger than me. He talking about the weight classes that they fight in. Yeah, these guys are bigger than me. I obviously fight at this weight class. They fight at heavier weight classes. Nobody talks about boxing as if, they don't speak in terms of what they are and they walk around weight. They're talking about the weight classes they fight in. It's cool to leave little details like that out when you're trying to, push a certain narrative or talking point.
These are clear contradictions. So somebody is lying.
Nah, it's not a clear contradiction though, because in reality, that's what it is. If I'm at a lower weight class, yeah, these guys are looked at as bigger than me. What is one of the things that people kept saying about Canelo? Oh, he's a bigger man, he's a bigger man, he's a bigger man. But then when you seen them standing in front of each other, that shit start changing. When you seen them both on the scale and they both at 167.5, then it start feeling different. When you see Canelo had those thick ass platforms or hills on whatever kind of shoes he has, so he could be same height as Crawford, then shit's starting to look different. So it's not so much contradicting. Bomac is just letting you know what their approach was. Yeah, I told him we could take advantage of these weight classes down here, which he did, and now he moved up. So some could say, man, it's just Canelo is established at 68, right? Where Bud is not. I mean, he just moved up faster. It don't seem like Bud is like out of his element at all now. The fight still got to happen, but we're going to see. But I don't think it's that deep, man. I think people be over, analyzing shit. You know what I'm saying? What Bud Crawford is saying is legit. He is the smaller guy. He is smaller than these dudes by weight, by design, right? But in reality, if he was talking about walking around, he'd be walking around close to the same as a guy like Canelo. Probably more because Canelo is a short guy. So,
be honest in this situation. Either Bomac is lying about how big Crawford has actually been over these years, or either Crawford is trying to conceal his true size.
Why would he lie? Why would Bomac be lying if he's sitting here telling you he told him to take advantage of the weight classes and he said he already big? It's like, nah, sometimes you be over analyzing shit, and that's what he doing right here.
Bomac is lying about Crawford's actual size. And I'm gonna tell you now, if you believe that, if you believe Bomac is lying, then you need to seriously reevaluate your critical thinking skills, because there is absolutely no advantage for Bomac to lie about that. He gains nothing. No tactical advantage, no strategic advantage, no type of advantage. In fact, it's actually backwards. Bomac making that statement actually hurts his fighter, Terence Crawford, because it makes his challenge to Canelo less impressive, and it makes his victory, if he wins, less impressive, because you're so damn big, you should have been fighting at this weight anyway. Now I'm about to unwrap it. I believe what Bomac said.
Yeah, but that shit is the case for a lot of fighters. It's not just Terence Crawford. It's easy to single out Terence Crawford solely and just make it out that he's this and that, man. Bomac was just being honest. That at the end of this shit, toward the end of his career, he just let you know what it was. And he telling you what many guys are not doing. He just was man enough to say it. So when you overanalyze, you could try to make him out to be a weight bully all you want. Terence Crawford won them 41 fights because he was the more skillful, better fighter each and every single time.
100%,
every single time.
Because I'm about to show you how a lot of these Conte fighters operate. Now watch this. Hiding their true size is a common practice for a lot of these sponsored Victor Conte snack fighters, because they already know that they're really too damn big to be fighting in the lower weight classes.
A lot of fighters don't disclose they walk around weight. It's not just Victor Conte snack fighters. That's his opinion. It's not a fact.
Look at this interview. Take this interview from Devin Haney as a prime example.
In this interview, Bradley Martin directly asks Devin Haney, what is his walk-around weight? Meaning, what is your normal weight when you are not fighting and you're not in training camp? Initially, Devin Haney awkwardly refused to answer.
What's your normal walk around? I try not to get too big, but I get pretty big, but not too big. So you don't.
I get pretty big, but not too big.
Not too big. You think boxers don't want to say? Am I out of line on this? Not too big.
Later in the interview, Devin Haney decides to say his walk-around weight is only 150 pounds.
Yeah, I was trying to get your weight again. So like around my walk-around weight. What's your weight? Damn it, I want his fucking weight. No, so 150, around 150.
Bro, I keep telling y'all about these Haneys. I keep telling y'all.
He told that man 150, but obviously he was just telling him something. He didn't want to tell him. Like, no fighters be wanting to reveal that more times than not. Sometimes they do, most times they don't, though. You know what I'm saying? They had to walk around weight. It's like 160. I think David. Who's David?
Not just Bill Haney that will lie and spread false narratives.
Appreciate you, John. Shout out to my own John.
This man sat up there and refused to answer the question about his walk-around weight. Then later, he decides to pull 150 pounds right out of his ass. Now, the Haneyacks will fall for this.
He definitely reaching. He is.
Because they live in Simple Town with the Crawford
Devin Haney walk around weight is more like 160. I think he heavier than that. Realistically, think about it. He's gotten the ring and been about 160 plus, over 160, like 165. I think one of the highest they reported. So, and that's after rehydrated. So think about when you're not in camp and you be seeing him looking fat in the face. He'd probably be higher. I mean, heavier than that for sure. 5 red 5s, anyone?
Right.
5 red 5s.
But anyone that has a fraction of a brain will be able to figure out that this man has been documented. Devin Haney has been documented to go from 140 pounds all the way up to 165 pounds in less than 24 hours. So this means that he's been fighting weighing 165 pounds. His in-ring weight has been 165 pounds. This is at peak condition. But he just said that his walk-around weight is only 150 pounds, which is 15 pounds lower than his in-ring weight. No fighter is walking around at a lower weight than their in-ring weight. This is why I told y'all, I will never trust anything that comes out of a Haney mouth. They
don't even be that serious, bro.
Say that grass is green, and I would disagree. No, it ain't green, it's purple. These guys will say anything. So that's an example of Terence Crawford's snack partner, Devin Haney, seeming to lie about his weight. And now for Terence Crawford. There ain't no way in the hell you're going to tell me that Terence Crawford doesn't know that he walks around upwards of 170 pounds or higher, like his trainer hinted at. Crawford already said he cannot make 147 pounds anymore.
Wait, would you entertain it? Let's say 47. Let's say
I ain't going back down to 47.
You ain't going back down. You don't.
Yeah, that was after 6.5 years and knocking everybody else out. What was he supposed to do?
You don't want to cut the weight.
I can't cut the weight.
So that lets me know right there, you're likely in the 170s, maybe even higher if you can't make 147. There ain't no way in hell you're going to tell me you walk around at 150 or even 160 pounds, but you can't make 147. So it seems clear.
See what the thing is, Bud has posted his weight being heavy before, like heavier than, you know what I'm saying? He did this. We seen it with the build up of this fight. So he hasn't tried to hide that the way people making it seem. I'm just not buying the weight bully bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's a more skillful guy, and that's why he's been winning. And that's if he wins tonight, it's gonna be same thing. He's a more skillful guy. You get what I'm saying? I just hate it, man. They line up these talking points to push a narrative when it's all said and done, and that's what's gonna go. That's what's gonna happen. Crawford getting KO'd round 3, pastime. Shout out to you. We'll see.
That Terence Crawford is right in line with his snack stablemate, Devin Haney, concealing his weight because he knows he's too damn big for the lower weight classes. I keep telling y'all, these main Victor Conte fighters are able to take the weight manipulation game to a whole another level while maintaining all of their stamina, because these Conte fighters don't seem to get tired. They just don't. You can believe what you will, but we believe that Terence Crawford was intentionally concealing his true walk-around weight, just like it.
Who the fuck? He don't gotta tell nobody his walk-around weight. This guy, bro, he made weight every single time he stepped on the scale for the fights. He don't gotta tell nobody his walk-around. He intentionally concealed his walk-around weight. Bro, you acting like he gotta tell you that. This dude is amazing.
You can believe what you will, but we believe that Terence Crawford was intentionally concealing his true walk-around weight, just like his Victor Conte stablemate, Devin Haney. This is going to get ugly for you Crawford groupies, because this ain't even the big problem. So I'm going to make a statement, and this is where the bullshit comes in. It appears very clear that Canelo Alvarez was selected under the guidance of Bill Haney because they believe Terence Crawford has multiple advantages over Canelo Alvarez. They believe Canelo can be singled out because Crawford has a reach advantage. He's a little taller, he's more athletic, faster hands, faster feet, and better overall athleticism and agility. They've also indicated that they believe that Canelo is slowing down after watching his more recent fights. Not only that,
he talking about Bill Haney like Bill gonna be the one training him. Yeah, he planted the seed and watched it grow. He put the bug in his ear, however you want to call it. Like he put it on his mind. But they here now. Bomac had to do the training. You think you basically what I don't like is he trying to make it seem as if, you know, some type of battery got put in his back to make this fight instead of him just being willing to make the fight on his own. That's the only thing I'm not going for. I get it as far as the Bill Haney angle, but I don't give a damn about you know, like after that is over. This is what it is. They gotta prepare for this shit. It's gonna take more than a damn battery in your back to beat Canelo. So you got in there solely because of somebody else convinced you that you can beat him and it's not coming from you. I think that's a bad move. I think that you would be up shit's creek. But I just think the competitive nature of Terence Crawford, the fact that he don't know how to lose, don't want to lose, and still challenging himself. This is why he did in that ring. He believed in himself, Bomac, the work they put in, and being able to strategize, prepare, and be on point for a guy that, if we being honest, last handful of fights look pretty much the same way. Throwing the same exact combinations, same exact setups. Drop his guy, go the distance. Maybe don't drop his guy, go the distance. We've seen this shit time and time again. So I don't know. I just think at this stage, Crawford has shown more tools, more hunger, versatility, things like that. And I hope it result into a W for him tonight.
But they also
Greatest creator
believe
was
that
good,
Crawford
man.
has a style advantage
Draw pace
over
pretty
Canelo
decent.
because Canelo has a reputation for struggling with athletic boxers that use footwork. Even though
Brian G said 2 all the way. Shout out to you, fam. Y'all double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. Support the build. We're going to get through this, and we're going to come back and call these
he's
fights.
defeated most of the fighters he's faced that had slick footwork. So this is why Canelo was selected, and this is about to get bad when we really get into this. This is the type of thing that pisses me off because Crawford and his groupies are going to try to package this as one of the greatest things that's ever been accomplished if he wins, but really it's an illusion that came straight out of the Haney playbook.
Bro, what the hell? Shut up, bro. Illusion or not, it ain't gonna no illusion. If Terence Bud Crawford get his hand raised, it will be one of the greatest accomplishments in boxing. What the f is he talking about? Won't he be a 3-time undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes? What exactly is the Thurgood talking about right now? They're gonna act like, package it like it's the greatest. It will be one of the greatest feats. You have Hall of Famers in Ward, Andre Ward. You got guys like Roy Jones Jr., somebody that Thurgood praised. So what are we talking about? I'm sick of like people insulting guys' boxing intelligence because they think differently, bro. You got both of them Hall of Fame type guys sitting up there talking about how he could win. Man, he probably lost his mind. I wonder what he think about Roy saying he got 6 ways to win versus Canelo 1. What are you gonna tell him? He don't know no boxing, right? What are you gonna call him? A Haneyite or what is it? He ain't got one for the Bud buddy. What are you gonna call him? Get out of here, man. If he pull this win off, it will be great because the history alone will make it great. 3-time undisputed in the four belt era in 3 different weight classes. He'll be a 5-division champion. Nah, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. That's greatness. That got greatness written all over it, bro. Man, definitely. You get me past time. Put his name in the go. I think his name in them combos now just because of what he accomplished. But that solidifies him in them conversations. And I think it puts people in a position where they can't argue as much as they normally do when it comes to Crawford. It's crazy how much people are argue that he's not good. It's wild. I've never seen that.
So again, I have no problem with Crawford challenging Canelo, but when you do it in an underhanded way and then you try to oversell it in a bullshit package, this is when we got a problem. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean.
It's not a bullshit package, though. It's simple. You got a guy jumping up from 54 to 68 to challenge the king of the division there.
Directly out of Terence Crawford's mouth. Listen to what Crawford has to say about what a win over Canelo Alvarez does for his status in boxing.
You know, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me on Mount Rushmore. I think I would be one of the greatest fighters ever.
I'm going to be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm going to be.
The Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore of boxing. We are going
to... Man got a problem with everything Buzz say.
Rip this to shreds. If you notice, we are very consistent with our criticisms over here.
And real quick, shout out to Ernest, bro, Turkey selling Wolf tickets. I told y'all we spent an enormous, exceptional, amount of time trying to disprove that some of the best athletes in the world are not who they say they are. See? Why? You see how Jusdu was born? See how Jusdueboxing got born? Because people take all of this time and energy to try to disprove, take an hour to disprove Terence Crawford is not who he say he was, is not who he's been showing you he is. Do you see why I exist? Because that's bullshit to me. Why do you care that much to try to disprove that he's not great? That's basically what it boiled down to. Hell, he ain't great. He ain't really want this fight. It was Bill Haney. He don't really think he could beat him. It's not his own confidence. It's Bill Haney. You get what I'm saying? While dissing other fighters and the fans of those fighters. Toxic Boxing 101.
We don't switch up, and we always come from a real place. We are against false narratives. We are against racially charged talking points. We hate overhyping. We hate overhyping. We don't allow people.
Calling Terence, even mention the word hype with Terence Crawford at 41-0, 4 weight classes in. You know what I mean? It's nasty, bro. It's nasty to even mention the word hype at the same time.
We don't create salacious videos just for attention. There's just certain types of behavior and certain types of people we will never support over here because of their horrible track records. Bill Haney, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson,
talk about
Jake
it, Superman.
Paul,
Research
Victor Conte, and a few others. There are real reasons why we do not support these people, and these are the types of people that Crawford has aligned himself with. So now we're about to go to work on y'all's asses. Crawford is in danger of losing this.
He is on hype, man. He be hyping himself up thinking he cooking.
Fight. And in my view, this fight was made for all of the wrong reasons. I'm about to show you exactly why this gets worse, because you know we don't play around over here when we go to work. When you really compare what Terence Crawford is doing to the historical record, it does not hold up well. Watch how bad this gets. There are multiple examples of fighters genuinely and organically challenging themselves. It's not some underhanded selection that was influenced by somebody else going on, like what we see here. For example, Roy Jones.
When Roy Jones moved up in weight to challenge heavyweight John Ruiz, Ruiz was genuinely much bigger than Roy Jones. Ruiz had a significant height advantage and a real reach advantage over Roy Jones. So Roy moved up in weight and challenged a legitimately bigger man with a dangerous style. Ruiz was legitimately bigger in multiple ways. It was not an illusion that Ruiz was bigger. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Terence Crawford challenging Canelo Alvarez.
There are many, many more examples, and I'm about to bring it to Canelo as a great example, but I also have to.
Yeah, that's an example that Crawford could do it. Roy won his highest heavyweight and beat Ruiz exactly. So Crawford could do it because he cut from that cloth. Speaking of Roy, I told you he'd be praising Roy. I learned that from reacting to these videos. Well, Roy Jones think he has 6 ways to win to Crawford's 1. I mean, to Canelo's 1. So make of that what you will, man. Everybody can have a different opinion, assessment. It's like, it's crazy when people write about their boxing picks, they be loud and proud, but when they wrong, they disappear off YouTube for weeks. You don't see them, they don't talk, they don't be talking with that same energy. You get what I'm saying? This dude just sound very, I don't know, annoyed at the fact that Crawford is great. You calling this man overhyped pretty much at this point. It's crazy. So you think you cooking by trying to disprove that Crawford is not great? That's foolish.
Mention this,
Foolish,
and I
bro.
know some people don't
Says no
want to hear
fighter
this,
ever,
but
man.
this is the
Foolish.
absolute truth. Even when Mayweather
Foolish.
moved up to fight Oscar De La Hoya, I keep having to remind people that Oscar De La Hoya is one of the best fighters that have come through the sport of boxing. De La Hoya is a legend. When Mayweather fought De La Hoya was genuinely bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd could not even make it to 150 pounds on the scale. They had to round Mayweather's weight up to 150 pounds. And De La Hoya came into the fight damn near at 170 pounds. He had just put Mayorga in a body bag.
If you ask me, he making more of the case while Canelo could win these fights because you keep talking about situations where guys were the smaller fighter and won. That's exactly what he doing.
His last fight. I have said multiple times that De La Hoya, even at the age of 34 years old, was one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport of boxing. He was a smart, cagey veteran with multiple tools, and he is a real legend. That was a real challenge for a smaller Mayweather to move up and fight that bigger man, and it was a tough fight. De La Hoya gave him a tough fight. Like I said, there are many, many more examples, but we're going to bring it to Canelo as an example to keep it short. And the Crawford groupies are really not going to like this. Canelo Alvarez, here is my statement. I have far more respect for when Canelo Alvarez moved up to fight Dimitri Bivol than I do for Crawford moving up to fight Canelo Alvarez for several important reasons.
And that right there should tell you what you need to know. So you respect Canelo going from 68 to 75 to fight Dimitri Bivol more than you respect Crawford from going from 54 to 68 to fight Canelo. And he about to list his reasons. It's okay. Everybody got their opinions and how they feel. But like I said, y'all, this is what these kind of talking points is why Jusdueboxing exists today. They spend hours on end trying to disprove these fighters are not good. I spend hours on end giving these guys they just do and trying to speak about what's right with boxing rather than shitting on it, right? There you go. That's the difference. But I don't see how I respect both moves. He moved up, he challenged them. Dimitri Bivol, he lost. But Canelo, I mean, I don't see how that could be more respectful than Crawford jumping from 54 to 68 and challenging the undisputed champion. Now, Canelo didn't fight Arthur Betterby, but I bet you he ain't going to mention that in his assessment. But you really respect it. I would have truly respected had you went against the most dangerous guy there, the knockout artist. Yeah, you avoided him. Like, well, I ain't going to say you avoided him, but you ain't even bring him up. That wasn't even a consideration. Bivol, let's not act like it was a cherry pick gone wrong. In your mind, you probably didn't use the words cherry pick, but you looked at Bivol. You thought he was inexperienced. You seen the number of knockouts. You was like, that's somebody I could beat, and you mess around and you found out. Still to this day, that's my wholehearted, opinion on what I think they seen in Bivol. They like, man, yeah, he good, but he's just a boxer. He don't got that many knockouts, not that much power. Get what I'm saying? He don't have a whole lot of fights. We got him. And no, that shit went the other way. But I just don't see how you could respect Canelo going from 68 to 75, messing with Bivol, but can't respect Crawford going from 54 to 68 to fight Canelo while he's the undisputed champion there. It just don't make sense.
Because Canelo did the exact opposite of what Crawford is doing. The exact opposite, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Watch this.
When Canelo Alvarez moved up in weight to fight Dimitri Bivol, Bivol had every conceivable advantage over Canelo Alvarez, except for power. Bivol was legitimately bigger than Canelo. Additionally, Bivol maintained a real reach advantage, a real height advantage, and Bivol also had a style that Canelo had a reputation of struggling with. Bivol was an athletic boxer that used a lot of movement, so Canelo challenged himself against a competitor that was genuinely bigger than him and had essentially every conceivable advantage over Canelo Alvarez.
That was a real challenge, not an underhanded challenge. And on top of it all,
ain't nothing underhanded about what Crawford is doing. See what I say? And it be your own people going above and beyond and try to downplay what you're doing. It's no way nobody should be shitting on this fight. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about.
Bivol wasn't even a big name, so it wasn't a big money grab for Canelo. He could have fought much.
He still get paid regardless, bro. We all know that. Canelo demand the bag, man. He command the bag. He get paid regardless of who he fighting, bro. So don't make it out to be about money. No, he thought he had one against Dimitri Bivol, and that shit backfired.
Easier opposition. So I want
nobody in the world asked for that fight, just like how you shitting on this, but nobody asked him to fight Bivol. And then won't you talk about how he said he'd fight Bivol again? Bivol said he'd come down to 68 and challenge him for them belts. And that shit was crickets. Still to this day, he telling people he'd fight Bivol again. Well, go ahead and fight him. You bad, right? You just won't beat Bivol. It's a style matchup. It has nothing to do. It's nothing personal. Stylistically, Bivol just going to always give you issues. You don't throw enough punches. You're not busy enough. The pressure you bring is not enough to affect Bivol. He just survived 24 rounds with Arthur Better Beat without getting dropped or put down. You think Canelo about to come in there and beat him? The only thing he's going to do is what he did the last time. Punch on his arms, try to stop him, and that shit's going to backfire. He's just going to get outboxed, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He's going to get his ass outboxed like always.
Shake my position into the ground. I do not see boxing or life through a racial lens because you end up coming to the wrong damn conclusions when you think like that. The only thing that matters to me is character and actions. With that being said, I have nothing but respect for what the Mexican fighter Canelo Alvarez did moving up to fight Dimitri Bivol because that was a real challenge, not an underhanded challenge. I have far more respect.
How is what Bud doing an underhanded challenge? That shit sounds stupid as hell. Do you hear him? I can't believe he put this on wax. And he think he could.
Canelo moving up to challenge Bivol, then Crawford moving up to challenge Canelo. Because guess what? Crawford is literally doing the exact opposite of what Canelo Alvarez did. It pisses me off because this is right out of the Haney playbook. Crawford is doing a money grab, but he's selling it as a legacy fight. If Canelo
My God, yo. See what I mean? What's wrong with boxing? See what I mean? So it's not a legacy fight. Why exactly? This shit is crazy, yo, because he getting paid a lot. So now that means that legacy is not on the line because he getting paid for his work. This shit is amazing, yo. It's crazy. This shit is insane, yo. Joe Quinn, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, man? Y'all double tap the screen, support the build. We're going to get through this, and we're going to be back for the
type
fight.
of money he was bringing to the
Another
table. There ain't no way in
15
hell
minutes
we
or
would
so
have
of
ever
this.
seen this fight, and you all know it. Stop playing. Crawford genuinely has multiple advantages on paper in terms of height, reach, athleticism, hand speed, but they were selling this as if
Can't measure hands athleticism to me on paper.
Crawford is the much smaller man until his own coach really kind of exposed him recently. The way it was being sold.
Is he the smaller man or is he not the smaller man? Which one is it?
Even by Terence Crawford, you would have thought that Canelo Alvarez was 7 feet tall with a 10-inch reach advantage or something. It's bullshit. Then you got Crawford saying that it.
Man said 10-inch reach advantage too, man. If he had a 10-inch reach advantage, that wouldn't be shit. Do you know what a 10 inches is? Bro, tripping. Said if Crawford had a 10-inch reach advantage. 10-inch reach advantage, bro. Do we know how long or short, should I say, 10 inches would be for boxing? Yeah, he tripping. So what happens when you think you cooking and you're not?
He wins. He should be put on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. And his strength and conditioning coach comes out saying that Terence Crawford is going to be the greatest fighter of all time if he wins against Canelo. Terence Crawford doesn't even have a case to stand on. And I'll say this, then we really about to get into the real issues. I told you there was more. It would be one thing if Terence Crawford...
It's crazy. That's why I say they be above and beyond to prove that the fighters of today that say they're good and proving that they're good are not the good fighters. It's not them. This shit is crazy. Like who good? If Bud Crawford is hyped, then who the hell is good? Shit is crazy to me. Hype is wild.
And then
just say you don't like him. Just say you don't like the man.
He doesn't. I hate when fighters do
this
because when
crazy.
you start this type of overhyping and overselling,
overhyping and overselling at 41-0, still saying hype. It's crazy, nasty work.
Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, it becomes a pattern, and all fighters begin to oversell and overhype their accomplishments without putting in the required work to measure up to the standards of the greats. Do you realize that if you don't push back on these types of foolish narratives, what actually happens? For example, if Crawford wins, no matter how he wins, if he wins under this oversold Mount Rushmore bullshit narratives, then that means we got to sit up here.
That's his fucking opinion. He said he'd put him on Mount Rushmore, but it's a lot of other people saying it. Usyk is one of the best fighters in the world today. He said Terence Crawford is the #1 guy. Why is he acting like he just you telling me these are the narratives you got to shoot down, right? A guy thinking highly of himself, a guy thinking that, yo, I beat Canelo, I should be on the Mount Rushmore. That's what he said. That's what he think. That's how he feel. What do you mean narratives? That's not one. That ain't one of them. What is he supposed to say? What is Terence Crawford coach supposed to say when they talking about Bud and they've been working with him? Like, what is they supposed to say? Not build a man up? Like, what is Crawford supposed to feel? I can't believe he spent this much time crapping on the fight and trying to call Crawford hype. This is nasty work, bro. Nasty. They don't know if they want to say he's hype. Is it Victor Conte and Snack? Is he cheating? They don't know what to say. They don't know. They don't know.
Clarissa Shields and Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and Bill Haney screamed to the top of their lungs about how Crawford is the greatest fighter of all time and about how they told y'all he was the greatest and all of this other foolishness, even though he hasn't done the work of facing at least 3 elite fighters, 3 elite fighters. You know, that shit just...
Man, this shit just pisses me off, man, because who is these elite fighters that y'all saying he should have fought that would have beat him? This dude was cold, man.
Piss me off thinking about it. And I'll say this very important thing. Again, if Crawford loses this fight, it won't be because of a lack of skill. If he loses, it'll be because of a much more embarrassing reasons. And so now I'm about to really dismember all of this nonsense. For Crawford, right now, following up Bill Haney's ass, you are selling some nonsense. You got a lot of issues with this. And because you are trying to sell some foolishness, some nonsense, we're going to get into some serious issues now. You already don't have a great resume, even compared to Canelo's resume. Mayweather with everybody on your resume. B-Ball, everybody on your resume. Triple G already beat one of the better names on your resume. Destroyed his eye socket. Even me.
And none of that shit matters. He didn't beat Crawford. Don't matter who you beat if you can't beat the guy that's in front of you on the night. Don't matter.
Miguel Cotto beat Shane Mosley back in 2007, which is a great accomplishment in my eyes. He destroyed Antonio Margarito.
All this time to be ignorant and negative, bro. This is what he chose to spend his time doing, and this is why I'm here. Nothing personal against him, but I've seen this shit for enough is enough. Yo, they take hours out of their day. Yeah, let's talk about, one of the best fighters in the world. Yeah, how he really ain't the best fighter in the world. Yeah, he really some type of weight bully that just took advantage of the smaller weight classes. He ain't fought no elite guys. You get what I'm saying? And this fight right here it's not a real fight. I don't respect it. I respect Canelo going up there and fighting Dimitri Bivol at 175, but I don't respect him though. Like what? Let me guess. Did you respect that Kovalev fight and how he took it on a fast turnaround? How fake and fixed that fight looked? Did you like that?
Floyd Mayweather absolute hell. Miguel Cotto is an elite fighter, and that's just a start. There ain't no point of even mentioning Mayweather's resume or Pacquiao's resume or Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones' resume compared to yours. You know, Crawford is a tremendous fighter, but he does not have a tremendous resume.
Resumes don't win fights, and you can't help what era you born in or you compete in. You could just compete. My thing is this, man. You got to respect the man that 41 times got in the ring. He walked out of there successful with his hand raised, and 31 times it didn't even go to the distance. It's inside the distance. Knock it off, man. What the fuck do we be doing, man? You about to overanalyze his greatness and diminish it and just say what? Like this has been smoke and mirrors the whole time? Resumes do not win fights. Skills do. Resumes prepare you for fights, but they don't win the fight for you. You got to go out there and perform, man. I don't give a damn who you beat if you don't perform.
For the fight.
Resumes do not win fights alone, bro.
Literally not even one elite fighter on his resume. Not one.
Notice they said the same shit when he was fighting Spence. He ain't fought nobody. No elite guy. No, how did that work? How did that plan out? They kept saying this. Resume. Then you lost. Look at Canelo Alvarez's resume as opposed to Dimitri Bivol. Look at his resume. He had more championship fights at the time than Dimitri Bivol had fights, period, total. He had more championship fights than Dimitri Bivol had fights when he fought him. And had all the deepest resume in boxing, you know, all these different guys, the Mayweathers, the Triple G's, the Laras, the Austin Charles, the Shane Mosley's, the Danny Jacobs. You fought all of these guys, and you guess what? Did that resume climb inside the ring that night that you fought Dimitri Bivol and help you win? Absolutely not. Because you know what you had to do? You had to perform. Shut your ass up about resumes. I'm not dismissing the resume because I'm not that ignorant to do so. Resumes help. They prepare you for fights, experience and all that, prepare you for that next level and that challenge. But I don't give a damn if you fought King Kong, Godzilla, Incredible Hulk, and Thor back to back to back to back. If you get in there with a Terence Crawford or a Canelo Alvarez and you don't perform the way to the level that you did when you beat up King Kong, Godzilla, the Hulk, and Thor, you're gonna get your ass cooked. It doesn't matter. Resumes don't climb inside the ring and win fights. You heard what Teddy Atlas said. He ain't never seen a resume land a jab yet. And that's what I'm saying. Resumes don't win fights alone. They prepare you for the fight. They prepare you for the fight. Yeah, that's preparation. Yeah, you can rely on some experiences that you gained in these wins fighting these quality guys, right? But I don't give a damn who you can fight them all. You get in there on any given Saturday when you're in that ring and you don't perform to the level or the standard that you set when you beat this opposition that you face, then you will lose just like anybody else. You get what I'm saying? You have to perform. Resumes alone just ain't gonna get in there and be like, yeah, well, you know, just because that's the case, he would have cooked Dimitri Bivol, bro. See how that falls short? People use that shit for conversation to push their talking point. And I'm not dismissive of resumes. I respect them too, but I've noticed lately, and with this generation, they put way too much of an emphasis on resume and always talking about, well, back in my day, this ain't back in your day. Get over it, dude. It's never going to be back in your day again. It's a new day, bro. It's a new day. It's business. People making money. Sometimes fights are not being made because guys got other plans. We get all of that. But the resume shit got to stop. They're overstating it. Doesn't matter. That shit doesn't just guarantee you some type of win. How many times we've seen more experienced guys lose to younger fighters as well? You get when it's all about that night. That's the beautiful thing about boxing, because no matter what you accomplish, no matter who you beat, no matter who you knocked out, outboxed, embarrassed, outclassed, no matter what, when you get in there in that very next fight and you do not perform, you will get your ass kicked just like any other fighter in the world. You got to love boxing because you got to perform on a nightly basis. And the slightest shit could go wrong and boop, you're lost. So come on, man. Miss me with this resume shit. Y'all ain't learned something about Bud Crawford yet? What was that resume at for Earl Spence? Because they were talking about how much better his resume was and how he was the bigger man. What was that resume at for him? Did that shit help him win a fight? Did it help him win? Did it help Canelo beat Dimitri Bivol? I don't think it did, B. You get me? You get me? He fought Lara as well when he fought Lara at the time. You get what I'm saying? Did the resume get in there and beat Lara? Or did the judges beat Lara? Get what I'm trying to say? Come on, man. Resumes alone do not win no damn fights. Joe Clinton was good with it. D-Max said F the resume. Say he beat 35 janitors, 22 car washes before he even heard of Canelo. I get it. Beaver is a different beast, but I ain't gonna say all his resumes or all the people on the resume is trash. Big Keith was good with it, but we put too much emphasis on it. Like, just because you fought a guy alone means you get what I'm saying? Somebody block the goofy DGs, block the goofy, yo. I know some of y'all was if trigger finger itching anyway. Block his goofy ass. Big Keith was good. People gotta relax. Take anyone on Buzz resume, and I bet 1,000 they watch any of the average Joes talking records. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. And this little goofy dude, DG, never know what that sound. Probably a down little brother. You running to me at the right time and get cooked, you weirdo. Hey, I don't even like. I'm gonna stop talking to people that don't even have profile pictures. I'm gonna assume most of you is trolls anyway. Goofy. Now let's get back to this. Like I said, goofy man. Resumes don't win fights, and if you was anywhere within the arm's reach of me, that's the last thing you would say. Man, you would get your ass whooped. Block his ass again. Anybody disrespect you, getting blocked. Go somewhere else with that goofiness.
Top guys, but we don't know what's going to happen if he gets in there with 3 or 4 elite fighters. He could get clipped and knocked on his ass, and that could change the whole trajectory of his entire career. Now I understand that it may not have been his fault that he didn't get the big fights, but unfortunately,
say it ain't so. So you mean to tell me you did all this huffing and puffing and you can't even blow the house down? So you telling me you about to overly critical of a guy's resume, but then in the next breath say it's not his fault? Shut your ass up. Then what are you complaining about for? What are you complaining about? Oh, grumpy man. Damn, somebody go get him some soup or something, man. Go get him some soup or something, man. Get him a blanket or some shit, man. Put his ass to bed. Man, why is he so mad at boxers? And it's the most successful boxers in the world that he's mad at. This dude is weird, bro. An hour it is trying to disprove Bud ain't good is wild, bro. That's what's wrong with y'all. And think about it, Bud would beat his ass.
knocked on his ass, and that could change the whole trajectory of his entire career.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I understand that it may not have been his fault that he didn't get the big fights, but unfortunately,
it's not his fault. It's not his fault that he didn't get the big fights.
We cannot credit you until you do the work. But this shit
he did the work. 41 fights, 4 division champion, 2 times undisputed, 2 different divisions. He did that shit back to back, and then he moved up to a division where they say he was light in the ass, undersized and small, and he knocked out everybody there. Y'all still crying? Shut up. Shut up. Whoever Thurgood Marshall is on this video, he gotta chill. You're not cooking, bro. You're not cooking. You just adding to the rhetoric and the typical noise and bullshit that people put out when talking boxing. People do not know how to talk boxing without tearing down their own people. They don't know how to do it.
Being pulled right
Gotta
now,
do it.
letting Devin Haney talk him into some shit.
Then y'all wondering why dudes is going over to Saudi getting it back because they talking about how they get praised over there, how people loving them and treating them different. Then you fight all your life for your own people just to get dragged like Bud doing in this video. Man, get the hell out of here with that, man. Pack his ass up. That's what's wrong with boxing. So when them dudes go over there and say they getting that bag, when you see guys rocking with Turkey and fighting in front of a different demographic and audience, don't say I didn't tell you why. Because y'all do not appreciate y'all own talent. Even I get it, bro. You might not feel like he fought all the toughest guys in the world, but to spend an hour of your day trying to disprove Terence Crawford is one of the best fighters in the world is exactly what the fuck wrong with boxing. And I stand on it. I don't give a fuck how many points he think he made. I don't care. I don't care if Terence Crawford come out here tonight and get stopped in the first round. You still not cooking. Your points is not valid. You add to the confusion of boxing. Why do we spend hours on end trying to discredit somebody for some shit that we can't even do? He can't box. No, he can't. You can't get to 41-0. You won't be undisputed in no 2 weight classes as champion in 4. You don't got history on your side. If he win this fight, he'll be a three division undisputed champion. The only one in history, and you telling me he don't get credit for that? Bro. And then on the next breath, you saying this is a fight he's pretty much supposed to lose? Man, yo, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Shout out to John. Appreciate you moderating the chat too, my guy. Got the money, he love the sport. Yeah, look, he said it before. He ain't concerned with trying to make the money the way he is with trying to provide entertainment. And look, I'm cool with that. If you're going to provide entertainment, provide. We here for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just making an example of why guys will look outside of the states to get opportunities. And I think a lot of that is to do with the treatment and how they're perceived by their own people, that they sacrifice their whole, their careers to put on fights in front of them. Look how Wilder sacrificed everything for the people. When he started losing, look how they trash him. You get what I'm trying to say? But then you go overseas with all them losses, the UK or Saudi, and then you being cheered. They don't care how many losses you got. They still cheer you on after a loss. My thing is, boxers deserve support even after a loss, bro. Just because they all these guys talk like they the best, and you gotta talk like that. I feel like you gotta think you the best in this sport, or find another one to compete in. You get what I'm saying? So no Bud Crawford slander, bro. Bud, I swear, I hope you win this fight, man. The boxing guys box his head off tonight, man.
I'm just gonna
Box
put him
his
on
head
the
off.
Mount Rushmore of boxing is no good. Like I
He's still,
said, you all
his ass still mad about that Mount Rushmore comment, y'all.
already don't have the best resume. You have not done the work against the elite fighters, especially against the top dangerous fighters in the higher weight classes. You done skipped all these young killers in dangerous competition from 154, 160 to 168 and jumped up to target Canelo Alvarez.
Because he ain't no young spring chicken, you fool. He told you he was about making the big fights for the most money, you idiot. You don't get to tell him where he should go and what fights he should fight at 37 years old. I don't hear you complaining about who Canelo was fighting. I don't hear you complaining about Canelo pulling him up from weight classes, because I fucking guarantee you, if Terence Bud Crawford is at 168 pounds and pulling Canelo up to weight class, you'll be shitting on him for doing it. Shut up, man. Get your grunt. Somebody get his ass some sweet tea, whatever it is you people drink when you get up there in age, man. Go get his ass some Metamucil or something, some Mylanta, something. He ain't thinking straight. Go get his ass something, man. Whatever it is that y'all drink. Go get his food is upset. His food ain't. He could get his ass some Pepto-Bismol or something. I don't know what his problem is. Spend this much time out your day. I stand with Bud. I stand with boxing, but boxing need more supporters, less slander. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about. His ass bogus. His ass is bogus.
You have multiple advantages over on paper when you really get into it. But if you win, all of a sudden you're supposed to be crowned as
yes,
greatest fighters
yes,
ever lived.
yes, absolutely. Yes, he is supposed to be crowned, because you know what? Everybody got their generation of talented guys that's going to be talked about when, years and years after they retire. I'm not looking at Bud and I got to compare him to Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong. I ain't got to do all of that. I just know for this particular era and generation, he was one of the best here. And you know how I'm comfortable saying that? Because he showed it in the ring. What is wrong with you, dude? This man about to be 38 years old and you still calling him hype? Damn, bro. That shit crazy. I really don't like these boxing heads. They some old, grumpy, pissed off ass people. Why are y'all mad that Bud's still good? If he win, I wonder what he'd say. I wonder what Grumpy Man would say. Damn, shout out to you, bro. But you need go get a Snicker or something. You hungry? Food ain't digest right, man. Go drink some water or something. I don't know, like whatever. Go feed some birds or something. Take a walk, bro. Like go to the beach or something. Go let the waves hit you, man. Dude, mad as hell. He been mad for 45 minutes straight. Pissed off. He ain't gave Bud credit for nothing. Time was good with it, homie. You already know we're going to keep on building, man. Let's hurry up because these fights will be starting, man. So let me play the last few minutes of this. Shout out to everybody rocking out with this unplanned live. We just popped up.
All of these legends that have iconic resumes and brought numerous super fights to the sport while carrying this sport on their back, while bringing in tons of money and long-term fans into the sport. These fighters that literally gave the sport life. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali, Julio Cesar Chavez, Evander Holyfield, Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Ray Robinson, Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones, and even Canelo.
I told y'all he was one of those in my day. In my day, everybody fought everybody. In my day, we didn't have no social medias. You know, they got to add the S to it for no apparent reason. In my day, we didn't have no social medias. In my day, we didn't have no Twitters and X's and, Instagrams and Facebooks. Like, shut up, yo. It's not your day. That's what's wrong with you old heads, man. I respect the times of yesteryear, but y'all got to let that shit go. We can't rewind the clock. We can't rewind the clock. So we're going to spend most of our time shitting on the new crop of boxers, talking about how great it used to be back in the day. Shut up. Boxing is still great right now if you just focus on it. The reason why it's not great because people with a voice, people with platforms, people in position spend too much of their time tearing down the sport. Then you wonder why this shit can't grow. Use your voice for something good that rather than this same rhetoric and slander. And Terence Crawford to beat you up, the house that you live in, the person that built the house, your dogs, your fish, the cat that sleep on the windowsill. Yeah, it beat him up. The dog that won't start barking, Bud, to beat him up too. You know what I mean? Your neighbor down the street that think he could box because he watched boxing, he'd beat him up too. The sons you probably had, you think they sharp with their head, beat them up too. Just don't forget to mention all of that shit. When you did dissing on Bud, just don't forget to say, hey, it beat my ass. Throw that in there too. Sitting up here trying to discredit everything this man built and worked for. Nasty work, man. Talking about narratives. You got to shoot down the narrative that Bud is great, huh? The fuck wrong with this man? He woke up, man, the hell, wrong side of the bed. This man just woke up and don't want to be here. He just woke up and say, yeah, let me see how I could go in on Bud Crawford today. Yeah, y'all, because I'm about to cook, y'all. You ain't cooking shit. Let this man live, man. Let this man be great. That's all I'm saying. He's showing you it, but we're going to stay stuck on, well, you didn't fight this guy. Well, you didn't fight God. Well, let's talk about the 41 that he fought. He cooked all of them. 31 of them ain't even see the final bell. Get out of here. Impressive, yes. Generational talent, yes. World-class fighter, yes. Elite level talent, yes. Get what I'm saying? Hall of Famer when he retired, yes. First ballot, yes. Go be pissed off. Trey Styles, punch the air, and whatever else it is you do when Terence Crawford went. He probably was really punching the air when he beat Spence. It's crazy, bro. Wow, these dudes be
and
crazy,
the list
bro.
goes on with their resumes and all they've
Shout out
done
to
for them.
Lamiro. So I hope Bud beats the brakes off the medicine. You're right, people who can't fight. I'm seasoned. I always tune into boxing. Never been great, the worst sport in history. I mean, I think that boxing is great. You know, it's always opinionated, subjective. I think it has a lot of things about it that's great. But I think it has a lot of contributing factors that take away from what boxing could be. And I think it starts with the people that dress themselves up as diehard fans, but they don't have diehard boxing content. They got energy and they do personals and they drag guys and they just don't support them the way they need to be supported. And it's pretty weird to me. You know what I mean? It's pretty weird, but you know, we're gonna keep building. Shout out to G Wood, man. I can't wait. Bud about to put on a master class. Talk to him, G. Talk to him. That's what I'm rocking with. You know what I mean? I just want to see a great fight, a fair fight, and I want to see him be able to make history because I think it's great for boxing. But let's play the rest of this before we get out of here.
And you're just gonna skip
double tap the screen, sub to the channel, support the grind. We'll be back in a second.
Have multiple advantages over to be put on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. The Mount Rushmore? What the fuck are you talking about? And y'all are going along.
He mad because he said in his opinion he beating him should put him on the Mount Rushmore. Like, damn, bro. Like that's why I say, man, Bud just need to retire. I swear he win and retire because y'all don't appreciate none he did. Y'all overanalyze everything and don't give credit for anything. Nothing he did. It's crazy. Bud just been fighting nobody the whole time.
Going along with this.
I get on my nerves, man.
Truly believe in freedom of speech, and I believe in letting people have their own opinions. So if you are someone that's usually aligned with us over here, and you're usually on the same page with us, but you decide to back this and support this greatest of all time narrative for Crawford, then you are free to do so. But
he is one of them. He is gonna be one of them. It'll never be no definitive answers to who's the absolute greatest of all time. Never. Ali is the GOAT. We know that. Floyd's TBE. We know that. It's people that came before them that's looked at as one of the best ever, right? It's subjective. It's opinionated. But Bud Crawford should think highly of himself, goofy ass man. Because if he waited for ignorant ass old men like you to give him his credit, he'd be dead and gone. 41 wins, 4 different weight classes, and the only thing you could come up with is height. Gotta be out. You gotta be fucking shitting me, dude. You got to, bro. What's considered to be good in boxing? Don't tell me shit about no yesteryear. Back in my day. Same back in we in 2025. I don't want to hear about back in nobody's day. I'm hearing about right now. That's what's wrong. We can't be stuck in the past. You're still talking about all these fighters of yesteryear. Let's focus on the sport now, how you can make it better. And one way to make it better is start supporting the guys that demonstrated world-class talent every time they're in the ring. Your silly old grumpy ass, you sat here and said how it's not his fault that he ain't got the fights, but you sure are treating it like it's his fault. You saying it's not his fault, but everything out your mouth is negative, like it's his fault. Terence Crawford, the reason you ain't get these fights because it's your fault. You duck and smoke. You not trying to fight nobody. You didn't try to be great. Miss me with that, man. How long are we going to let that? We're going to ride with that? That's why at this point, he got to win tonight. It ain't even about Canelo. He got to win. This shit is about respect tonight. You know, if that man lose, they going to make it seem like he ain't did nothing. Them 41 wins was just like nothing. It's just like anybody could do it. That's what they doing out here, y'all. That's what they doing. They trying to convince you that Terence Crawford is a run-of-the-mill fighter. That shit crazy, man. Why, though? Why? What's the issue? And now you can't tell me some of y'all ain't still mad. The ones that go hard like this must be still mad that he won a fight that he was supposed to win. That's all. He beat Earl, and y'all still mad at that shit. Let it go, man. It's over with. Earl, and for the record, bro, while y'all got all this energy for him, look what Earl talking about. Look at Earl, though. Look at Earl. FYI, I'm going for Crawford. But y'all still mad. He's not mad. I'm here to let y'all know. Fate was good, my guy. I'm here to let you know. He's not mad. Why are y'all mad? Tyron Scuba, a lot of years, they want to promote him. AD-Mac. That's why all those years where they wasn't getting him like the top opponents, he was getting paid extra for that. That's why Bob Ram was mad. And he was saying he could build a mansion in Beverly Hills with all the money he losing. Wasn't that he was losing money. It's just whenever he didn't get bugged, one of those name fighters or a quality opponent, he had to pay him more. It was some shit in the contract. That's why he started saying that he was losing all his money from him and shit like that. He wasn't losing. You just got out-negotiated by him. And then he out-negotiated Earl in the PBC too and got what he wanted. And then people been hating him ever since. Seemed like a pretty smart guy. You don't got to agree with his tactics and how he do it. But I'm not inside them rooms, so I'm not about to overanalyze. At the end of the day, you negotiate for something, you get all of what you want and the win in the belts. Bro, you won. It's not nothing to be that like sad over. So yeah, man. Couple more minutes, like 5 more minutes of this shot. Like I said, shout out to everybody rocking out with me. We just popped up the build. A couple people sent me this, so I put the live together and we rocked out, man. Appreciate the support. Make sure y'all sub to the channel, turn your notifications on. Make sure you pull back up because we're gonna try to call these fights and have us a good night. Yeah, Aaron Mayweather like that. So J Prince got him. Hey, D-Mac, he was doing me dirty.
All-time narrative for Crawford, then you are free to do so. But we cannot rock with you on this one. We cannot support this because listen closely to what I'm about to say. A lot of people in boxing are literally out here fighting off lies, fighting off the false narratives and the bullshit in boxing. And we need as many as y'all as possible to keep the sport alive, to keep some type of damn integrity in the sport. If not, then the Haniacs,
yeah, but it's nothing. It's not. You don't show integrity when you go out of your way to disrespect the fighters, the fans of the fighters, the supporters of the fighters, the supporters of the sport. Like you spent the hour down talking boxing. You get what I'm saying? Shitting on a guy for his resume, but at the same token saying how it's not his fault. It's weird to me. Shout out to Lemirio, man. Shout out to you, fam. Yeah, man, this sport get crazy, man. Yeah, politics hold people back. Shout out to Dre. What's good with it, homie?
The Pauls, the Conte will destroy anything real that's left in this sport with their bullshit illusions, their circus acts, their hypocrisy, their overhyping, and their false narratives. And this shit that Crawford is doing is right in line with all of these things that I just named. And we cannot and we will not support it. Y'all are free to go along with this shit if you want to, and I won't try and stop you, but we will not. I believe in free wills.
Go along with what shit? That Crawford is one of the greatest fighters that in this era? Are you one of the best fighters actively today? It's crazy. We can't. It's got to be a narrative when we go with that. Will he be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he retire, win, lose, or draw against Canelo? I believe he will. So what are we talking about? This man sat up for an hour and called it first. You know what? I'm not even playing nothing else he's saying. It's over with. Nah, bro. I gave him enough. This bro sat up here for an hour and basically called a first ballot Hall of Famer when he retired hype for an hour straight. All because the man say he feel like he beat Canelo, he should be part of Mount Rushmore. What the hell was he supposed to say? Like that's what I can't stand about these fans of these fighters. They think what they think about the guys is it matter more than what that individual thinks of himself. When it's all said and done, you can say what you want about Terence Crawford, but that picture is worth 1,000 words right there. That picture is worth 1,000 words right there, B. Picture worth 1,000 words, man. It's hard to tell somebody that had the level of success that he had that he's not great. Based off what? A few people that slipped through the cracks that he didn't fight, that based on your logic and your narrative that you was pushing alone it wasn't his fault. Crazy, bro. Nah, man. We build boxing up over here, and like I said, man, I can't recall a time in boxing where I remember people taking so much time out of their day to like shit on the best fighters in the sport. It don't matter who it is, they do it. I swear it's nasty, bro. Shout out to A-B. Say people want you to say what they want to hear. I swear they do. And when you don't, A-B-Z, you know how that go. You don't see them. They stop speaking. They be mad. They start kicking your back in. They start disrespecting you, your content. They be in the chat arguing. It get weird. Shout out to my hometown, Saginaw, Michigan. I hope I said that right. Saginaw, Michigan. Shout out to Michigan, man. My dog Reef, man. Appreciate the support, homie. Look, we hit the 3-hour mark. This was a cool build. This was unexpected, but we got it done. We got it in. Put some good work in like we always do. Like I always say. And look, what we going to do, y'all, we're going to try to make it back for the fights and call these fights and enjoy them, man. So look, keep rocking with your boy. Make sure y'all turn them notifications on. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you didn't double tap the screen, make sure you do. Let's get to 70 likes. Or it's supposed to be 100 likes easy per show. But y'all know they showed me on the likes. But we're going to get there, man. We're going to keep building. Y'all keep supporting, and we're going to keep rocking, man. It's fight night tonight. I don't care who y'all feel like gonna win. It's all good. Tap in. If you're going with Canelo, tap in. If you're going with Bud, tap in. It's all good. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy these fights. Let's bring the entertainment back to boxing the way it's supposed to be with no disrespect. And let's just have some fun. You know what I mean? That's 50-50 fate. I don't know, man. 50-50, man. I think Lester is a more polished boxer. Right, but you know, and Billy is relentless, man. Man, maybe if I had to, maybe I lean towards Lester Martinez because of the polish with the boxing ability and the fact that he don't load up as often as his buddy do. Did I just see somebody take a like back? Wow, y'all crazy. Lester counter puncher gonna be a problem. Y'all catching them in those openings and those exchanges. You sitting up here putting Bud in class with one guy. TV when he's done kicking ass tonight for sure. Talk to him, D-Mac. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him, bro. Fanboy Podcast. Y'all better put respect on Bud's name. Bud never lost a fight. Hey, Fanbo. They don't get it, bro. They don't get it. I just sat up here and gave this man his just due for an hour while somebody tried to take it from him. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, but look, shout out to everybody that's new. If you're a new sub, make sure your notifications is on. You found you a real channel, and we just gonna keep rocking out. Shout out to the homie Fate. That's a Cook Gungor, and Billy got hurt by Gungor. Yeah, and he almost got stopped for a second too, Fate, because he be loading up too much. Yeah, Martinez won it. Just 2 fights left in the prelims. Ball check coming up. All right, for sure, Poi. Appreciate you. So look, double tap the screen. Let's get 70 likes. Let's support the grind, and we're gonna be back to call these fights. Let's have some fun tonight, y'all. Let's enjoy these fights, man. So with that, man, I appreciate everybody rocking out, and we're going to spin the block on y'all because we putting that work in, y'all. Not much, CJ. We spinning the block. We're going to try to call these fights, man, so everybody can have some fun. Hope I see all y'all in the building and then some, but we'll be back. Peace to the family.
Representing Brick City, Shakur! Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Shout out to my brother Jusdueboxing.